What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me on the show.
Dude,
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. And
Absolutely.
I'm glad we get to do this, and I'm glad that we're doing this when I get a new light diffuser, because I left my old one in Austin. So if you look at like the episodes from May up until now, they've all just been like kind of darker.
Oh man.
And I was like, fuck, I need a new one. And I have this guy coming in, pretty big guest. I need to make sure the lighting's right.
Oh, no, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
So good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
First of all, just congratulations on your success.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
The algorithm is a weird and wild thing to wrangle, but it seems like you're doing a pretty good job at it.
It likes me. So yeah, I'm blessed. Everything happens for a reason, man.
You're doing a pretty good job, and I think, well, I know just by looking at your content, because I got sent your content, I want to say it was this year.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to say it was like April or May of this year.
Was it on TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay.
I'm not on TikTok very much.
Okay.
I can't, like, I was on TikTok a couple years ago, and I was like, it doesn't like me very much. I don't know if I want to use it. And then I deleted it, got back on it. And then after all the Larry and David Ellison stuff, did you follow that?
I have no idea what that is, to be honest.
I forget who the dad and the son is. I forget their actual company name. Mm-hmm. But when the TikTok ban happened, the whole thing was like Trump wanted it to not be owned by the CCP. And so we need the blah, 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 blah. So the Americans that ended up stepping in to purchase it was like Larry or David Ellison. I forget who the dad is, because the dad is the one who got it, and the son helps run the company.
Talking about the dudes on Oracle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so they come in and they purchase it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, who are these guys? And I look into them like, oh, they're some of the biggest donors to the IDF.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
They're in deep with that, man.
Yes. I was like, all right, well, I already don't like TikTok, and I'm so diametrically opposed to our support of Israel right now that
for sure. It's a little bit interesting, right? It's a little controversial. Yeah, very controversial.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, there's another reason I'm not going to use fucking TikTok. I also just suck at the algorithm.
Yeah, for sure. You got to get lucky on it, man. You got to get lucky on it, and then just got to bank on that and ride that wave.
Well, it's a lot of consistency too. And it's also, I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who's a comedian out in Austin. She was in town with her friend, I guess 2 nights ago. And we were having a conversation about it, and I was like, maybe I'm just not that interesting too. That could also be a part of the fucking algorithm.
No, for sure. You just got to find it, man, and just like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
So when did you start? Because are you born and raised here in Albuquerque?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so because I know you were in the military for a little bit.
I was, yeah.
And because were you active or guard?
I was active. I was in from 2017 to 2021.
Okay, congratulations on getting out recently.
Thank you.
I
went by fast.
Yeah, I was in the guard until 2017 to 23. Yeah. And then I've got about a little over 2 weeks till my IRR is done.
Yeah.
It's funny because
it's like 5 years or something like that when you get out. Something weird.
I was gonna say, because every contract I think is 8 years, and so you did your 4, right?
Yeah.
And so you're still in the IRR
for a few more.
Okay, yeah. Because are the recruiters hitting you up to get back in?
No, I haven't got hit up at all. Some of my friends that are recruiters be like, Johnny, dip back in there, and I'm like, bro, I've been working on my VA claims. Leave me alone.
It's like, do you see this beard?
Right, dude, I'm service connected.
Do you see my hand tattoos?
Yeah, for sure. I'm for sure out of regs right now.
What did you, as much as you want to talk about it, what did you do in the military? Improvised Intelligence is sponsored by the amazing people over at Chop Chili. If you've been a long time listener to the podcast, you know that this is my favorite brand of chili here in New Mexico. Pretty much put it on every meal that I can. They've got red chili, green chili. My personal favorite is this blend of the red and the green. I think this stuff is phenomenal. They also have frozen bags of green chili that you can order directly from their website at chopchilico.com. You can also find them in stores around the state of New Mexico at Sprouts, Albertsons, Farmers Country Market, John Brooks, Keller's Farm Store, Lowe's Market. And you can also find them in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Hobbs, Gallup, Tucumcari. And for all my friends in Texas, they are in El Paso. Again, chopchilico.com. Go get yourself some amazing chili. Now back to the podcast.
Yeah, I was 11 Bravo.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Same. Well, actually, that makes sense because you went to basic. You went to basic with Jason, right?
Yeah.
Tencio?
Yeah. We sure did. He's a cool dude.
I think he's the one that sent me your content. To be honest with you.
I saw him at Dick's Sporting Goods the other day.
No shit.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So where were you stationed at?
At Fort Polk, Louisiana.
How was that?
Horrendous. It was way too hot, bro. It was way too hot.
Because Fort Polk, that's what unit is that? I forget.
It's 10th Mountain.
10th Mountain. That's
It's
right.
like a stepsister 10th Mountain. That's not the cool one in Fort Drum.
Yeah, I don't even think the cool one is the cool one.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
All I hear about is just pain and suffering up there.
One's hot as hell and one's cold as hell.
Yeah. So what, if you don't mind me asking, so you do your 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm always curious about those people who get out. I think we all have mutual reasons, but like what made you want to get out at the end of it?
I don't know, man. I was just kind of checked out mentally. You know what I mean? It's just, I was in during COVID, dude, and it was such a nightmare. Stupid details, doing stupid stuff. Yeah. And by the end of that, man, I was like, oh, dude, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. What was that? Because I got stuck at Benning after a deployment.
Yeah.
During COVID. What was COVID like for you guys?
Horrible, but not in a bad way.
Did they make you guys? I mean, I heard horror stories about like people getting kicked out of the barracks and living in tents and like.
I didn't see anything like that, but there was the COVID barracks were like horrendous, dude. If you got COVID, you were screwed because nobody knew how to act during that whole time frame.
Clearly, yeah.
Everyone is freaking out. So they literally kicked everybody out of the in-processing barracks. And if you had COVID, you were in the COVID barracks. You went to the in-processing barracks. And literally like all the people that were on that detail were wearing like full mop gear, gas mask. Dude, nobody knew how to act.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on right now? It was a mess, dude. It was a mess.
All the Seaburn guys were like, yeah, this is our life.
Yeah.
You now have
100%. 100%. Seaburn dudes are earning their living in there, man.
It sounds like just 30th AG all over again.
Bro, it was worse than 30th AG. Yeah. Except you're just not standing up the whole time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that sucks.
You're giving me nightmares.
Dude, it's funny because every so often I will because I have this horrible habit of just doom scrolling before bed, whether it's YouTube or Instagram.
For sure.
Every so often on my YouTube, I my algorithm will give me like Benning's from or videos from like the Fort Benning channel or like stuff about like Army, like boot camp and infantry stuff or whatever. And every so often there'd be a video about 30th AG.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, whenever you want to feel bad, there's somebody there right now.
No, for real.
Eating a dick.
Yeah.
Because for people who don't know what we're talking about, when you join the military and they send you off to boot camp, they send you to an in-processing place first.
You instantaneously don't get off the bus like they show in the movies when they're yelling at you.
Well, it's like you get off the bus and then they like 10 minutes later slow it down.
Yeah.
And then you just sit and then
you wait.
And you just go through this process of like I remember because I got there in January and it was cold as fuck.
Yeah.
And they kept us up for about 38 hours because they were like they were super late on like getting us in process. So it's like we didn't get to our barracks actually until like 2:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, listen, you can either go to sleep or you could fill out this other paperwork that you're going to have to fill out anyway and then do whatever it was. And they put like half of us on a cleaning detail, like a trash detail. Yeah, like you have to be, we're going to come back in here and wake you up at like 4:15.
Yeah. All you guys are on fire guard. You're like, what even is that? What is fire guard?
Mm-hmm. And then they basically just make you do like a bunch of, it's all your medical stuff and your financial stuff. You have a family, do all your family stuff.
Yeah, clothing issued to you, uniforms issued. Yeah.
And you're just waiting the whole, like I was there for 11 days.
The best way to describe it to somebody that has no idea still what we're talking about, it's like being in the DMV for, it's like being in the DMV for 2 weeks and you better not leave and you better not fall asleep or you're going to get yelled at, but the food's pretty good.
Yeah, the food in Benning was the shit. The food that Benning was
Chicken
in Benning was
cordon
awesome.
bleu in the field.
Yeah, it was great. Until you're in the field and they give you like half a steak and a salad, and they're like, hey, that's enough, right? It's like, not really, but anyway. So you end up getting out. You come back to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
When do you decide to get on Instagram and start talking about the local news?
Okay, so I have actually been on Instagram for a very long time, just posting like normal person, right?
Yeah.
And I actually posted on TikTok first.
Okay.
So I was on TikTok first, and I would make just random TikTok videos. And my first video that I ever took off was about a crazy date that I had went on. And that ended up getting like 7.6 million views.
What happened on the date?
Oh my gosh, man. I met a girl on Hinge. Oh my word. I met a girl on Hinge. And I asked her if she wanted to get food, something casual, right? So if I ask you, my friend, where are you going for a casual date? You're meeting someone online, where do you want to go? Where do you think?
Are we drinking or are we just eating?
You just want to get to know somebody.
I'm thinking something easy like Dion's.
Yes.
I'm thinking pizza.
Yes.
It's like
Okay.
Dion's or like NYPD downtown.
Okay,
Yeah.
our minds are on the same wavelength. So this girl responds to me with, I want hibachi. And I was like, oh my God.
You should have stopped right there.
I know, man. I know. But I'm like, let's see what happens. Maybe I could make a connection. I don't know.
That dog was hungry.
So we end up going to hibachi, and this girl has a friend with her.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, she has a friend with her, and I'm already like, oh my gosh. Dude, I'm not dumb. The hamster's on the wheel already. It starts thinking, right?
You're a piggy bank, dude.
Yeah, dude. So we go in and eat, and the girls start ordering mixed drinks. And I was like, oh my God, like I already know what the deal is. And they start ordering like sushi appetizers. And then the hibachi dude was taking orders, right? And I was like, dude, just chicken and rice. I'm chilling. Both women order surf and turf. And I'm already like, these women are running up the bill. I'm talking alcohol. I'm talking sushi. I'm talking surf and turf, right? So by the time the food goes down, and then the waiter was like, how are you guys going to split up this check? And the female goes, all on one. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So I go, hey, do me a favor. I was like, just get me a box of food. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. And I got in my car and I hit the road.
Good.
Yeah, dude.
Good. The amount of disrespect. I was talking to my friend about this.
Yeah,
Because the amount
man.
of disrespect, because there's this weird thing
What's that?
with just being online and being on social media. And I've been on dating apps and forever, but
Yeah, probably stay off.
yeah, well, and my girlfriend makes sure of that. But
for sure, yeah.
but like, there's this thing that because social media is supposed to connect everybody and
Yes.
and make us all, sing kumbaya and whatever. That clearly didn't happen. But people get comfortable
Very.
with just casual disrespect
Yeah, dude, for
from
sure.
all angles, whether it's business, personal,
Yeah.
casual dating, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and the
for sure.
idea that you can, because they clearly, I'm just going to take a wild guess. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they did not tell you a friend was coming.
Definitely not.
Right, that didn't happen.
They're praying for another sucker to prey on.
And
Is what happened.
yeah, and the idea that you can run up a bill on a
Yeah,
first
man.
date when you've never met before.
Yeah, man. That's a big L in mine.
What? Okay.
Or is it L and a W, I should say.
Well, yeah, but like, so what? I have to ask.
Okay.
I have to know about the conversation prior to this over obviously just messaging. Was there anything that indicated that this was going to be a pricey thing in general?
Not really. Not really. I mean, some people have different expectations on what a first date should be. I mean, there's some women out there that think Cheesecake Factory is unacceptable.
I've never been to Cheesecake Factory, so I don't know shit about it. Is that like?
To me, it's like higher end. It's like when you're a kid and you're like, oh, it's Red Lobster. Like,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, that makes more sense.
It's
to me.
kind of
Yeah.
like that same thing in my brain. But to some people, that is way too casual.
Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. For me, I'd rather have, like in my brain, dude, I'm thinking Chipotle.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Same.
Or Starbs.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. It's I don't know, man. Like, because they're clearly putting their priorities on the money. It's like, what can they provide from a financial? Which I
Yeah.
get. Like, that's a thing. Like, guys that have more money tend to be on the higher end of the totem pole. But
Yeah,
they
for
snuff
sure.
that shit out real quick anyway.
Yeah. You get
She's gonna end up 35 with no children, mad.
Yeah, 100%. Or 35 with a bunch of children and still mad. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So that's what blows up for you.
That's what blows up for me.
So what makes you interested? Because you have, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, but you
Okay.
have a clear lean towards local news and politics, and I just think that's interesting because coming from someone who's also autistic
yeah.
for political stuff, okay,
Yeah.
there's something wrong with us.
Yeah.
What makes you interested in politics?
I mean, just the way people's brains work is pretty interesting to me. And then, like, the amount of power and reach some of these people have are insane to me.
The politicians.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. They have a lot of control over our lives.
So when do you start seeing talking about the local stuff, when do you see that starting to take off?
For me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was always posting like random videos and stuff.
Keep
like
going. I'm
that.
just gonna check the cameras. Keep
Yeah,
going.
go ahead. Yeah. So I was always posting random videos on just Albuquerque stuff like that. But the very first news video I made was when Bel Cisneros got killed at Por Vida Tattoo. Yeah. That was my very first TikTok video, and that like crushed my soul because this entire sleeve was done at Por Vida Tattoo, and you know I'd spent probably the last 2 years getting that sleeve done, and I saw that man probably every single time I went there, and he'd always come check on the tattoo, see how I'm doing. Very, very nice man. And to wake up one day to him being killed.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I didn't know him personally.
Very good dude.
I've only ever been to Por Vida because they started doing Don't Tell comedies down there, and I'll just drop in and see what's up because all my buddies run those shows. And yeah, it was clearly something that affected a lot of people in Albuquerque.
Yeah, dude,
a lot
it hit
of
me
people in the
hard.
South Valley.
Yeah.
I think it's in poor taste to speculate why or how, but not how, but the why and the nonsense behind it. But
There's a lot to
Yeah.
unpack with that situation. Yeah.
'cause I don't know a lot about it, so I don't want to speak out of turn.
Yeah.
But it's very unfortunate. So you start talking about that, and obviously it's very,
It's horrific.
it's horrible, and it affected a lot of people. And then you kind of start talking about more stuff about Albuquerque from there.
Yeah, I kind of seen people are like, wow. And then I made like a follow-up video talking about like the violence and talking about like how the homicides are out of hand. And I just seen there was like a huge, like almost content gap for it. You know what I mean?
I agree. No, trust me. I agree.
And the thing about it is I'm good at articulating things and putting them in a digestible format for people.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
And the way I like to do it is like I'm speaking to someone, like a friend. Like if I were to tell you, oh my gosh, bro, you should have seen what happened on the news. Like, you know what I mean? And I just started doing that, and people rocked with it. You know what I mean? My first couple videos that I did on that, like Belle's video did over 1 million views, and then just like my follow-up video did good, and then I just kept going. I was like, man, like people actually like to hear me speak about stuff that I'm interested in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. No, and that's a strength that you have for sure. It's digestible, but it's compact, which is what the algorithm likes. People like that.
Sure.
It's like I want my news now.
1 minute.
What's going on? Tell me what I need to know and move on.
Yeah,
and that's something that I'm working on myself. Is I'm very long-winded, and I know that like that doesn't make for a great whatever. But you're very good at it.
Thank you. Yeah.
So good for you.
I appreciate it.
Being someone that's from Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you spent periods of time outside of the city, outside of just being in the military? Have you just always been here? See, yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
But she was calling my name the whole time.
It's the land of entrapment,
She's
dude.
calling me back.
It's funny, like you don't know how much you miss the food until you leave for a little bit.
Dude, for sure.
And you're like, fuck, man. I need some chili in my life.
No, literally. I was like, man, I need some drama in my life too. I was like, I'm gonna start spamming Breaking Bad in the barracks, dude.
And so I applaud you for going out and talking to the people that are running for mayor.
Yeah, dude, that was a fun experience.
I applaud you for doing that.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're getting a lot of support and a lot of shit for it.
For sure. People are calling them softball interviews, but I'm not there to dunk on anybody or make anybody. I'm giving them a platform to.
Well, but also like it's easy. I mean, it's always easy to levy criticism and just to talk shit. It's very easy to do that. And I mean, I wouldn't call it softball, but I think you also have to look at what are you trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I didn't have any political agenda with it.
Yeah, because I come from the same place that I feel like you're coming from. Because I watched all of you. I've been seeing your contact for a few months, like I said, but I watched all of your interviews with the candidates. I'll be honest, the only one I couldn't get through was Luis Sanchez. I can't fucking stand that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just, come on, dude. Like, grab your fucking nuts and say something.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, dude. But
I think they got him a lot too, man, because he's easy to rile up. He's very easy to rile up. Tim Keller and Darren White definitely pieced him up. Look like Captain America and
because it's one thing. Yeah, in Civil War.
Winter Soldier just beating the piss out of Iron Man.
Well, it's like, I don't know, man. During that debate, I mean, I thought the whole debate was trash. personally.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I enjoy watching debates because they're usually fun to laugh at and it's fun, whatever. And Trump certainly when he used to do debates,
very entertaining.
It's very entertaining. But I enjoy watching them, and I don't think debates are very indicative of the candidates themselves.
Yeah,
because I think
sure.
And watching the debates are a big reason why I started doing the podcast, because I was like, I think it's ridiculous to ask anybody, like, hey, on a big scale, it's like, hey, foreign wars in the Middle East, how do you fix that? You have 60 seconds. Or like climate change or whatever it is. And then even on like the lower level, I think it's like, I mean, God bless him. I'm sure he's a nice guy, and I'm sure he has a lot of people that love him. But Luis Sanchez took away from that fucking debate. Like he had like most politicians had nothing to say, but he had negative things to say. Like he's the guy that you ask him like, hey, Johnny, we have a really bad homeless problem. We have a bad drug problem. How would you fix that? And then your answer, if you were him, was, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been here a long time. We have a really bad drug and homeless problem. We need to find some really direct and decisive and clear ways to fix that issue and put Albuquerque on a better path. Okay, great, dude. Okay, great. But when you're caught lying, but especially by two people that are just so
they got him on that one,
diametrically opposed to each other, but they can both like, oh, hey, yeah, wait a minute, and just zero in. It's like, all right.
Yeah, they both dunked on him at that same time. I felt bad for him right there, man. He got cornered hard. He got cornered hard.
I did too. But I just remember watching that debate because
you're all face palm.
Well, I had no interest in talking about that. I was maybe going to do it the Saturday after on a live show.
Yeah, for sure.
But I got like 10 minutes into it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get on an episode real quick. This is insane. So anyway,
for sure.
I didn't get through that one.
Okay.
But I got through all of the other ones that you did, and again, I wouldn't call it softball, but you have to look at, as a viewer, you have to look at those interviews and understand, like, okay, clearly these are interviews that are formatted for Instagram. Instagram only lets you upload in that, like, the 16:9 format, only lets you upload that in 10-minute increments.
For sure.
So he's keeping it to under 10 minutes. And as someone that's been interviewing, especially in long form with these mayoral candidates, it's like, okay, I don't know if this goes through your head, but in my brain, I'm like, all right, because I not that I'm the smartest guy around, but I can sniff out bullshit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, if I'm 20 minutes in, like this happened with Alex Ubias, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, we started talking about immigration.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can either sacrifice the back half of this podcast and zero in on this one thing and have that argument, or I can just accept his answer and move on to other topics that we haven't gotten to that I think are equally, if not more important, and the viewers can now look at his answer and take it for what it's worth.
I love that perspective, and that's exactly what I did. Is like, I just wanted to put it out there, right? Because I kind of had questions like anybody else would, right? Like, I don't know, when I was talking to Tim Keller about the catch release or RORs, you know what I mean?
That was really, dude.
I'll throw that out there and let
good
him.
For you for bringing that up.
Let him decide, you know what I mean? And like, I'll let them form, like, say what they want, and then the audience can form what they say about that, you know what I mean? That's why I do a lot of my content. I just say, this guy did this guy did this, and this guy did that, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and again, good for you for bringing that up. I think that's something not a lot of people feel the effects of that, but they don't understand what's causing it. Like, if you tell the average person what is ROR in the state of New Mexico, they probably have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
But good for you for bringing that up on such a large platform, because I think what goes hand in hand with that is the lack of the bail system.
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's pretty interesting, right?
Well, it's like, what I never understood was they got rid of the bail system, and their argument for that was, well, it disproportionately negatively affects poor people. It's like, and then I look at that and I'm like, okay, but the whole point of bail is that if you have a $10,000 bail and your family members or your whatever, your
bail bonds company
representative of you goes to the bail bonds company and goes, hey, my primo's got fucking 10,000. He's an MDC. And the bail bond says, all right, well, we'll cover that. You're going to put up 1,000 up front. We'll cover the rest. And then we're going to do a payment plan to get you back up to that 10 grand. You're good to go. that incentive structure is made specifically for poor people.
Yeah, for sure.
That is what that's specifically for. But of course, the lobbyists against the bail companies were like, hey, we need to get rid of that, which clearly goes into like the whole corruption system that we have in our current.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
And it's just, I never said, like, I'd like to see that come back. I know the mayor can't affect that, but I'd like to see a bail system come back.
I'm sure that they could advocate for it a little bit stronger.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know, and this is something I don't think comes up a lot in the conversation with the mayor side of things, because, well, from what I understand, is that Keller and Grisham do not have a good relationship.
That I have no idea about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, from what I understand, they do not have a good relationship, which is why, and that's why one of the things I want to talk to Keller about.
Are you going to see him?
No, he has been dodging, his office, let's be clear. I want to be as accurate as possible. His office is dodging a lot of my shit, which is fine. They have every right to. It's cool. I'm not hurt about it. But that's one of the things. I come from the same place. Like, I talk a lot of shit because it's fun. Mm-hmm. But I'm just a regular guy who wants to ask questions that everybody else is asking and complaining and whining about. And one of the things I want to, the first thing I want to ask him is, what's it like getting into the office? Like, you're there day one. What are you doing? Right? What are you actually doing? How are you facing things?
He's going to Israel. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, if he's a state representative,
I'm going to Israel.
You know?
That's what I'm doing after this, actually.
That's what I was telling some of my friends. I was like, because I'm not going to say who, because it's still in the works right now, but I'll be sitting down again with somebody that I had on the podcast years ago who's representing New Mexico, and then went on a certain trip with 249 other representatives from our country. And I was telling my friends about how I might get to do it, because they all know that I have to bring that up.
Yeah,
because I've been a pretty, even though I'm a low-level creator, I've been a very strong critic. And I was like, hey, listen, either you guys will never hear from me again months after that episode comes out, or I'm going to have a sweet house and a great truck, and you're going to shut the fuck up about it. That's what that means.
Your phone's going to explode in the night, man.
Why is Noah carrying around a pager all of a sudden? That's
wild.
weird.
This is wild. I was actually talking about this last night. It's crazy.
Did you see that video? It was like 2 or 3 months ago when Netanyahu gifted Trump a pager.
Oh, no.
Did you see that?
Who let that? Who on the security detail let that go by?
Well, I don't know. It's probably the same security detail that said that roof was too slanted and they didn't want to cover it.
Literally. Yeah, nobody'd be up there.
It's so fucking crazy. And my first question, amongst the others that I have about that assassination attempt, my question is, let's say it's too slanted for the Secret Service to be on.
Yeah.
Well, why is it that when the sniper got when the sniper got neutralized, his body didn't slide off the roof?
Yeah, man, gravity's crazy. Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
No, literally, there's a lot that was going into that, man. Whoever was doing that was trying hard. Whatever agency was trying.
Well, my question is like, why is there cell phone data of his? First of all, he had multiple cell phones.
Yeah,
and his cell phones were like the geographic data or whatever were going from his primary residence to an FBI building, like 3 or 4 times.
You're talking about the guy that was neutralized, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was between it's like 2 or 3 months before the assassination attempt, like 2 or 3 times, 4 times maybe, going from his primary residence to an FBI building. Why was that happening? Why did this guy show up in a BlackRock video 2 years before that?
Literally, yeah.
And then
his apartment scrubbed down.
Exactly.
Unlived in, allegedly.
Like no silverware.
Yeah.
No pots, no pans, professionally cleaned. And then why was his body cremated 10 days later?
No social media presence neither for his entire life.
Yeah, because he was like 22?
Yeah.
What 22-year-old do you know that has no social media presence?
Even incels have them.
They have the biggest. Incels, the Furries, the Discord mods.
They're the loudest on there.
Because look, not to stereotype, not to be a prick, but he didn't exactly look like a highly social, well-adjusted, like, what's the term for it? He looked chronically online.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
A little sheltered.
Yeah, so it's all of that. And then Yeah, body gets cremated 10 days after. And then the idea, because that happened, I remember the day that happened because I was shooting a podcast with a buddy of mine and we got baked. Like, we got stoned as shit. So then we finished the podcast. Maybe 10 minutes later, I open up my phone and I see Trump shot. That's all I see.
Oh, no,
so I call him high as fuck. I'm like, dude, they fucking shot Trump. And he's like, what the fuck? They shot Trump? And he's going to band practice. I've got a stand-up show in 5 hours in Santa Fe. So I'm like, okay. So I have to basically zip up to Santa Fe and learn as much as I can about this and then like write my ass off in the back of the bar.
Yeah.
So then, so we get up there to do the show. It was a great time. The fact that America did not wake up Sunday morning to the Secret Service director resigning is insane.
Yeah, they had the B team also protecting Trump on that day. It was pretty insane.
Right. They clearly had, and again, not to be a prick, but not the most well-equipped physically individuals of a certain gender.
Yeah.
Protecting the former president, current front runner to be president, right? And just a question, why was that rally the only Trump rally that CNN had ever live broadcasted?
It's a little bit too coincidental to me. Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a lot going on with it. Like, and then, about a month and a half ago when Kirk got assassinated, me and my buddy did a podcast, and at the end of it, I don't like getting super conspiratorial. I just like looking at facts and just asking questions. It's easy to with both of those.
Yeah, it's easy to fall down rabbit holes. And
especially that one.
Yeah, and the segment at the end of it, I just called it things that make you go, like the whatabouts.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what about this? Well, what about that? And then, the idea that the Secret Service director didn't immediately resign is insane.
Yeah.
Just batshit insane to me. And then the idea that there has been no, because credit where it's due, and again, this is all documented. His first term, Trump's intelligence community was entirely against him. They did not work for him. They were completely corrupt. They were trying to find 1,000 different ways to indict him, to impeach him, to get him out of office, to get him behind bars.
Yeah.
And then he runs his next campaign leading into 2020 about he's fighting against the deep state, loses against Biden. He runs the campaign again. One of his main platforms was the deep state, the Epstein files. We need to get in there. They're working against me. I have my team now, all this stuff. And obviously it's convincing. And the idea that he's in the presidency now and they have done nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you're just staying at this is the guy?
Yeah, for sure.
When Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi, Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, for
She's
sure.
probably the one that I'm most disappointed in right now. It's between her and Kash Patel.
Yeah.
But she's the one where I've got like a lot of like really against where it's like you guys are all out here publicly saying
we got him.
Well, it's like that they're saying that we got the guy now, but when the assassination attempt happened, they were like, this isn't the guy. Or like there's so many questions and silence.
Yeah.
Silence now. It's like, what are we talking about?
It's very weird. And then Candace Owens will throw you over the deep end too.
Oh, dude. You know what?
I'm amazed no one has tried for her.
Well, I'm sure that she has beefed up her security. I'm sure she DoorDashes and Instacarts all of her groceries. And, not for nothing, if I was a high-profile person like Charlie Kirk, I hope that one of my friends does the deepest dive.
They ride for you.
Into my assassination. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sure. Like, I hope that I have a friend like Candace Owens that goes, you know what? Any podcast I was thinking about doing, done until we figured out who just killed my best friend.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because, there's some things like, do I love how she's presenting the investigation? It kind of goes
First
both
two episodes
ways.
are all right. Now I'm getting a little scared.
Yeah, it's like, okay. It's like she's definitely, because the entertainer's still in her, the businesswoman's still in her.
For sure.
So you want to keep people enticed. But on the other hand, it's like, well, the subject matter is already enticing. But what I will say is her playing the long game actually worked in her favor because she's like, oh, I've got receipts. And I was one of them by like episode 4 or 5. I'm like, well, then fucking put them out.
For sure, yeah.
But you have people like Josh Hammer and David Ackman that came out and basically told on themselves. And then she goes, oh, no, okay, here's the receipts after you've already opened your mouth. And it's screenshots from Kirk saying, all right, I'm pulling out. I'm done with supporting Israel.
Yeah, kind of crazy, right?
This. It's like, okay, you know what? She actually had it. Good for her. And then, props to fucking Dave Smith for putting out everything. I don't know if you follow Dave Smith very much.
I don't.
You should.
Maybe I do know who that is, but I don't.
He's, I'll show you a picture of him.
Check him out.
He's a comedian. And he's a part of the Legion of Skanks, but he's gotten real big recently for his criticism of Israel, and because he does a lot of politics, and he's like one of the main guys in the libertarian movement.
I don't know if I know who that is.
Super smart guy. Like he's done a few shows with Candace, a few shows with Nick Fuentes. He debated Josh Hammer at a Turning Point event and just destroyed Josh Hammer, eviscerated that guy.
Yeah,
he's been on Tucker, been on Rogan. He's like one of my go-to guys for news, yeah. So he released all the text messages that he had, which wasn't very substantive, but he's like, hey, this is all I've got.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Before these get subpoenaed.
Yeah, exactly. But just, I would hope that I have a friend like Owens that's like, we're not going to stop till we figure it out. And then like, I haven't seen the episode that she's put out this week, but I saw a couple of clips where she's like releasing all of these, videos from these Turning Point guys where they're like, there's a guy, it's fucking, actually, see if I can find it. It's, me speaking won't do it justice to how, like, in my opinion, truly creepy this shit is. Where did it go? Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Oh my god, did it get taken off of fucking Instagram? No way. Because it's a video of a employee of Turning Point, and they are like, they're filming themselves while Charlie Kirk is shot. No shit, they took it down. Oh my god. Okay, so basically what they took it down. Well, hopefully Spotify didn't take the episode down. So basically what happened was the guy is like sitting against like a wall or something, and he's sitting and he's filming like this. And he's filming like this, and you hear the shot go off. And he goes, Charlie Kirk just got killed. That's crazy.
It's all nonchalant,
like crazy. Super nonchalant. And then and they how much of a fucking psycho she is. Like, not psycho, meticulous she is.
Who?
Candace Owens. There's another video where it's a different angle where Charlie Kirk gets hit, and you see the chief of staff of Turning Point, who's like one of Charlie Kirk's best friends, whatever. He's standing, he gets shot, and like 0.48 seconds later, he raises his phone to talk to his dad, and tells him that Charlie Kirk just got killed. Like, he doesn't even dial it, already had him ready, and like says, and he just walks away. Doesn't go to his friend, doesn't freak out in terror, like just goes, oh yeah, he just got killed, and you see him walk, and he goes like behind the booth.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff. That whole footage is weird. Yeah. There's like 90 different rabbit holes in that that same day. It's weird.
When you're choosing your like stories to talk about in New Mexico, how much time do you spend like on just the subject matter of it? Do you like go into the back end and go down rabbit holes? Because like me personally, like I've been great about it the last couple of weeks, but I try to do a live episode every Saturday morning, and like my brain is always just like, not that you don't do this, but my brain is always just like, well, I want to get as much information as possible, but I find myself falling down rabbit holes.
For sure. It's easy to do it.
Yeah. How much prep goes into all the information gathering before you put up a video?
Well, every day I do 2 videos a day, 3 sometimes, but most of the time 2 videos a day.
Good for you.
Thank you. I do one at 12 o'clock and I do one at like 7:30. And so when I post, I like normally we'll spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours just kind of looking around, kind of swiping, seeing if anything interests me. And then once I do that, I click on it, and then I'll kind of start researching, whether that's grabbing a name, looking at other news articles, things like that. Basically, I just try to. I for the most part, I only follow mainstream because if I'm just like kind of researching it from mainstream, it's a good way not to get sued. You know what I mean? Because if you start doing investigative journalism, that kind of opens a beast to something else, right?
Oh, it's just entertainment.
Yeah. So if you're already kind of looking at stuff that's mainstream, it's a little bit. But I only do stuff that I'm really interested in. To be honest with you, like there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens out there, but like there's a lot of fluff news out there that people just throw out there to fill in the day.
Yeah, I agree, and that's what I try to not fall into. Because I'd rather not do an episode than just do one and have it be filler and it's just nonsense. We don't know a whole lot about it, and like I wanted to do one about the hostage situation. I can confidently do it now. Is like we have enough information, I think, but just with the hostage situation in Gaza, there's a lot of developing information by the hour when all that shit was going down, and so I totally get that. So with the mayor stuff, when you're going into those interviews, how are you prepping for that? And then when you're done, what stood out to you amongst the candidates? Like, what's your read on a few of them?
Well, I instantly knew Tim Keller was going to be my best interview. I already knew from the get-go of starting all those, I was like, Tim's going to be the best. Because one, he's a great politician.
Define best.
He's the best to articulate what he thinks and voicing what he wants to do, rather than like Louis Sanchez can get kind of fumbled up on his words, gets riled up, gets pissed.
I'm sure you're a nice guy, dude. You look like you can make some mean enchiladas, bro. Like,
he's my uncle.
No way!
I was waiting for that, yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's my uncle.
Does he make good food?
Not really.
Ah, shit.
I think he makes good chicharrones.
Hey, you know what? We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I bet he knows where the good food's at.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
But no, I mean, I knew Tim Keller was going to be the best because he's best at articulating. He's just a polished politician. I don't completely agree with Tim Keller. I will not be voting for Tim Keller. But like,
no, why not? But it's going so well.
I know.
Hey, 4 more years. It'll get better. Come on, 4 more years.
But no, he's good at articulating, and like he does, like he's good at. He has his convictions, I guess, and he's good at like voicing those because they're important to him.
Define convictions.
Well, according to him, according to his convictions, right? The homeless crisis. Like I'll give you one. Like at the round table, right? When they asked him if they were going to collaborate with Trump, with the Trump administration. I don't know if you missed that. It was towards the end.
Was that the ABQ Journal one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they asked everyone, are they going to collaborate with the Trump administration, right? And I think Tim Keller was like, I will not. He's like, if somebody wants to come into my state and do something, blah, 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 I will not. I will fight for my people. But I was like, oh, man, he's a rebel. I like that. You know what I mean? Like, even though it just got me. I was like, what the heck?
Well,
like, he's kind of convincing. That's why everyone votes for him, because he's convincing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I think you give him too much credit.
Maybe.
Like, the reason I say that is because I look at that and I see that, and I try not to be pessimistic. Like I try to be as much of a realist as I possibly can. But I look at an answer like that because I did see that, and that is the most generic, pandering to the hyper liberal. Because what he has going for him, because I agree with you, he's very well articulated. I agree with you there. He's very well articulated. He's very calm. He is media trained out his ass. And that's not, and I don't say that as a negative. Like it is tough to be media trained. Like you had to put on the face and the whatever. I totally get it, which is why I think long form has its place too, because it's like only after so long can you keep like, and this is not a knock on him. Like when I was sitting down with Alex Ubaeus, I wish I had 2 hours with him.
How long did you have with him?
Like an hour. I wish I had 2 because he's very well articulated as well, and he's a great guy, very kind, very hospitable. But about 45 minutes in, I saw the veil kind of pierce a little bit, and he started loosening up, and he started like being a little himself, and I was like, "Fuck, give me another hour with this guy. Then you get to the real stuff."
Yeah,
like
for sure.
You know what I mean? But Keller is well media trained, and he's very articulated, and what he has going for him is I like that he said in his interview that it's a nonpartisan race. It's like, you're telling me you don't lean into the Democratic Party at all, you motherfuckers.
They all said that. It's nonpartisan. It's not.
Okay, Darren White.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You're not. leaning into the Republicans.
Dude, every comment section of the video is like, I'll never vote for a Democrat.
Yeah, because it's like
Or they're like red wave, New Mexico, red wave. Like they say it's nonpartisan, but it's not. It's partisan. Yeah.
So he's very well media trained.
Yeah.
He has the blue on his side. He's very liberal, even though it's interesting. I think it was like the Young Democrats or some decently sized Democrat like organization here backed you by is what I thought was interesting. So he's got that on his side. And he's got the name recognition and social media on his side. So that's good for him. And this isn't of his own doing, but he also has the fact that not a lot of New Mexicans vote. And the New Mexicans that do vote,
they ride for him.
Well, they vote for what they know. And a lot of what Albuquerque knows is Keller. And the only thing that could go against him is like, and you don't have to put fucking brain cells together, but it's like, oh, bad crime, bad homelessness, yay, pickleball courts. And we also know Keller. Can you not assign the whatever, right? So he has the fact that like not a lot of Republicans vote in this state.
Yeah, for sure.
And
they might shock people. Who knows?
I'm not hopeful on that.
Yeah,
one.
me neither. But
you would think so, because like that was the big thing that I was telling all my Republican friends about after the governor race happened, and then once the presidential race happened. Yes, New Mexico stayed blue, but it's like, okay, well, you look at the demographics for the governor race. Only like 38% of Republicans, like 38% of registered Republicans voted.
Yeah, Ronchetti got mopped up.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, you can complain all you want, but you fuckers didn't vote. Like, by the numbers, you didn't vote. Not even half of you. If half of you voted, you would have won, because only 46% of Democrats voted. So it's like, and that's not even saying all Democrats voted for Grisham. They just voted.
For sure. They definitely show up, because even like, I don't know, with the No Kings protests, right? And people are just like, this is a waste. But dude, they show up, they pull up, and all those people for sure will pull up to the polls and do the same thing.
What do you think about the No Kings protest? Like, how does that read to you?
I mean, they could protest. They have the right to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? But clearly that is, you know what I mean? If there was a true like king, you wouldn't be able to protest. You know what I mean?
I just think
it's a little silly. But like,
yeah.
If their main initiative was no government overreach and ICE and stuff like that, then whatever. Maybe it was mistitled wrong, but I don't know. They did their thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, where I'm like, I'm not against it. Like, I'm a free speech, like, radicalist.
Yeah,
truly.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
I think that, like, government should have no part in censoring speech and should have no part in telling people what to say or think. I think that the free market should take care of that.
Yeah.
Like, and I think a good example of that was the Charlie Kirk assassination, because people, obviously on the left, were up in arms with people getting fired from their jobs and whatever. It's like, and I'm like, okay, well, really break that down, because I saw even a bunch of my friends that are hyper liberal, that are like anti-religion, were like, hey, this is not good.
Yeah,
Charlie Kirk getting killed.
It's messed up,
like, this is not good. We can't support this. This is gun violence. Like, we can't support this, whatever.
Sure.
And then you had this, like, I don't even know if it's, maybe this is wishful thinking, but you had a loud minority on the hyper left that were celebrating and just reviling in his murder. And a lot of everybody else was like, hey, you can't do that. That's not cool. Like, have some fucking sense. Like, that's not good. And I want to separate this from people. There were people celebrating and people making jokes.
Yeah.
I will never be against
dark humor,
a joke in poor taste.
Yeah.
Like, there are jokes in poor taste.
That's the veteran in you.
Well, that's also just the comedian in me too.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? It's like, there's jokes in poor taste, but then there's also jokes in poor taste that work.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing.
There's a thing to know time and place and to know who's around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so, like, the point that I was getting at with this was, like, there were people that were just celebrating that he died.
Yeah.
And then, like, a week later, like, why did I get fired? It's fucking bullshit. I'm like, no, wait, let's really look at this.
Because he said some crazy stuff on the internet and it went viral.
Exactly, because people were mad that people got fired. And I look at that and I'm like, okay, we just really look at it, because it wasn't the government that did it. It was people that looked at that and said, oh, hey, wait a minute.
That's not right.
You're a teacher. You're a nurse. You're a firefighter. You're a police officer. and you're celebrating a high-profile assassination. Well, first of all, gun violence, but you're celebrating a high-profile assassination of a guy exercising his free speech.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't trust you with my kids' health care.
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
I don't trust you. You can go work in the Amazon warehouses. How about that?
Yeah.
You can go package things. Like you can go do menial work, like where you're not going to affect somebody's life. That's the free market working itself out.
Yeah. Natural selection a little bit.
Yeah, no, for real. And then just with the no king stuff, I'm on the same page as you. Like, well, if Trump was really a king, he would have sent in the federal government to shut down protests.
Set in the National Guard.
Yeah, and that never happened.
Yeah, for
Actually, the exact opposite happened where, like, it was a pain in the ass to get downtown. He's like,
Oh, dude, for sure.
I completely forgot the protests were happening. And I was like,
yeah.
why is there so much traffic? Why are the cops? Oh, fuck me, protests. I just
Yeah.
saw a wave of Santa Feans and UNM students just
dude.
And I'm like, no, I can't get down here.
Yeah, dude.
So it's
Saw
like,
army of Birkenstocks coming at you.
dude, record number of Subarus downtown.
Yeah, for sure.
Record number. So I'm like, okay, like that obviously didn't happen. So I don't know how much of a king he is. Do I agree with everything ICE is doing? No.
Yeah.
Do I agree with the National Guard getting used? No. And you have every right to do it, but just if you have that energy, that's sick. Just put it in the right direction.
Yeah.
Put it in the right, it cracks me up when October 7th happened and everyone was doing the Free Palestine protest and they're saying from the river to the sea.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, and I saw videos of people going down and asking these people that are chanting from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. It's like, hey, what river and what sea?
I don't even know the answer to that.
I have no fucking idea. It's the Mediterranean sea, Mediterranean river or Mediterranean Sea and the Jordan River, and they had no idea. And it's like, okay, so from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. But that first part, river to the sea, that's a very commonly used chant by Hamas. Do you know how they end it?
Yeah.
They talk about the extermination of Jewish people.
Yeah.
Are you cool with that? Are you cool with
Some
that?
of them probably are.
Yeah, which is insane, right? Which is absolutely fucking insane. But it is interesting looking at the groups of people that get wiped up in movements and in tribes.
Trendy to be a rebel or to be involved in something.
That's what started all this. Thank you. So Keller's statements, I don't see him as a rebel. I see him as somebody, when he says that about the not working with Trump, I just see it as someone that's pandering to the far left and pandering to his people. And it's just like, you have no...
Throwing up layups for them.
Yeah, no, for real. And look, I don't criticize the whole metal mayor thing. Listen, if I was the mayor and fucking Avenged Sevenfold was coming through, I would be like, hey, can I bring them out?
Right.
I'm the mayor.
Let me pull up.
Can I
Yeah,
come
for real.
backstage? Like, I would not do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like, on the other hand, like, you're not a fucking rebel, dude. You're not, like, I mean, are you rebelling against your own citizens by your policies? But that's one of the things I'd like to do is I'd like to sit down and, like, I'd like to ask them what it's like to be in office. And then I just ask them, like, because...
I could probably get you in contact with Darren White.
I know, I've said it before. I have his personal cell number.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we had it set up, like we were gonna do it. Dodged me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Which again, I'm not like heard about, but they have every right to do whatever they want. But trust me, I've tried.
If I'm being quite honest, I feel like I connected with Darren Wright the most.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
I think it was when he started talking about what he was in the 82nd Airborne Unit, and he called
what was his MOS though?
I don't know.
Because
you could be the 82nd, be in a bunch of different MOSs, right? You could be supply, you could be medical.
Because not that one soldier is more valuable than the other, but like generally, when you see people touting certain things about their military service, it's always hyperbolic. Like, it's a lot more than it actually was. Like, we're seeing that with Tim Kennedy. I don't know if you've been following that at all.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you see that with Tim Kennedy. So he's at, like, the top of
Everyone's an assassin.
Right, yeah.
Everyone's a Green Beret Delta operator.
Well, do you follow Sean Ryan at all?
I do, yeah. I like Sean Ryan.
Have you seen what his episode about Tim Kennedy looks like right now?
No.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I've even heard about freaking John Shrek McPhee kind of getting some slander lately, which I was kind of...
Yeah.
Dude,
he's the sheriff of Afghanistan or whatever.
Of Baghdad.
Yeah, that. Fucking hilarious.
Dude, rest in peace to Tim Kennedy's career.
Dude, honestly, when you're running around telling a bunch of people things that aren't true, You
Dude, his
kind of
book
brought
was
it
fire,
upon
too.
you fucking brought it upon yourself. So
Yeah.
he did an episode with Kennedy. So I'm gonna bring this up really quick because YouTube automatically starts playing the episode. Just look at the thumbnail and I'll show you the description.
Oh no.
So-
Under investigation.
Under investigation. And then when you bring up the actual episode, just look at that first part of it. Where it says like
Always strive for accuracy.
yeah, and it says like stuff in here are verifiably false and the guy's
Oh,
under
no.
investigation. Yeah. Well, because the state of Mississippi or the state of Michigan, I forget where, they're trying to take away his beret.
Yeah.
And like take away all of his like accolades and stuff like that because of how much he's been embellishing his career. And it's funny because like I used to be a fan of him.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I've got his book somewhere. I've read like the first couple chapters out of it. But
It's pretty good too.
Have you read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, fiction's a great.
Yeah, for sure. Just change the title.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just curious about what his MOS was because the way he talks about it makes it sound a lot more than it might have been. And he might be a huge combat veteran, whatever. But
Maybe he's just some Bravo with the jump wings.
yeah, maybe. But my whole thing too is like in the debate, he brought up how he wants the National Guard running down the streets of Albuquerque in Humvees.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, a little too authoritarian for me.
I'm just, even if, like, I don't know, like, because Albuquerque's bad, and we literally have a place called the War Zone.
Yeah.
I totally get that. But on the other hand, we're not a war zone. And just the optics of it, 'cause I believe in, like, how do I put, like, this analogy? Like, the escalation theory. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, this is a very dorky comparison, but like there's a running theme in the last couple of decades in the way that Batman has been written in his comics, and a theme that comes up is does the presence, you see in the movies too a little bit, where it's like, does the presence of Batman encourage the presence of like the Joker, Scarecrow, Poison Ivy? Would these crazy villains exist in Gotham if Batman didn't exist? Would it still just be the crime families? Okay. I kind of take that theory and bring it to the real world where it's like, okay, if we start running the streets with Humvees, do the criminals escalate too?
Naturally, they probably would want to.
You would think so, right? Like, does that concern you at all?
For sure, but I don't think it's constitutionally legal to like let the dogs loose per se
No.
on the streets. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know what the efforts really looked like in like Portland or like in Washington when they were doing it.
Well, I mean, in Washington, they were picking up trash.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I was like, oh, that detail looks like it sucks. But I honestly don't think they'd be letting the dogs loose like some of them think that they would, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they would be. Well, that's the thing, though, is like, well, the optics are bad. Like, and I don't, and that's a huge part of politics, and I don't like it. But it's just, I think it's a fact of reality where it's like people go off a lot of what they feel and how they just internally digest a situation or a problem.
Yeah.
And if the citizens of Albuquerque start seeing Humvees running up and down the street, or like, you know how they block off Central on the weekends so people can just like wander drunk, which, I mean, I get it. Like, I would do the same thing if I was in charge of police. What if instead of fire engines, they were fucking Humvees?
Yeah, for sure. It
That's
starts
a-
to look a little too military, too much military presence.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
little
real,
scary.
real vibe killer.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely not the solution to let the dogs loose with the National Guard.
Yeah, so I don't really agree with that. I mean, I don't know. I just, then back to Keller with the whole ICE thing. Like, and I had Mei Ling, she talked on it. Daniel Chavez, it's weird. He didn't go into the debates or anything like that, but he's on the ballot, I guess, from what I've seen. He's an interesting guy too. And then I had this other girl. Her name was Alpana Adair.
They came on the show?
Yeah, she's a fucking fucking a little nutty. But they all talked about it, and I appreciate Mei Ling too. Her being honest about how she felt about it. She was like, "No, we're gonna work with ICE," and like, because I get it. I don't like how ICE is being used either, but the idea that you're gonna just completely break away from the federal government and just not like if you arrest a illegal immigrant and they are getting arrested for a violent crime. The idea you're not going to turn that information over to the federal government.
Yeah, that part's a little bit crazy for sure. I mean, I feel like if they were maybe a little bit more collaborative with it, it would be a lot more productive rather than allegedly just scraping people off the street randoms. Because probably there have been some people mixed in. But from what I understand, I think there's only been 10 people a month get deported.
Well, the deportation numbers, I haven't looked. I saw what the White House is putting out,
but from New Mexico, it's pretty slim.
I don't think they're accurate. The New Mexico ones have been a little bit slim. Mm-hmm. I mean, because
But if they are working in collaboration, they would be able to target those a little bit more effectively, for violent crime or criminals, people getting out of jail. I feel like if they did share information, they'd be more inclined to scoop those people a lot. You know what I mean? Because I honestly have no problem if people are here illegally and they're just contributing. I really don't care about that.
Yeah. Well, because that was the whole argument. Did you see when Tom Homan went on Sean Ryan?
The Borders Are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. It was a good episode.
Yeah, I agree. And that was his whole argument was we're going to go after the violent criminals, but if we happen to run across people that are non-violent, but they're still illegal immigrants, we're going to get them too. I get the argument, and I agree with that argument on the pretext that you're going after the violent ones primarily. Mm-hmm. And then his retort to his own argument was, well, these people don't give us the information, we're going to go after everybody. I'm like, okay, but and again, maybe this is wishful thinking, and maybe this is too big of an ask. I don't think it is, but if I was in charge, I would think that, okay, if I get somebody and they don't have a criminal history, they're here illegally, so I get it. They've effectively committed a crime by coming into our country illegally. I understand that. But if I get somebody and they have no criminal history, never been arrested, not even a parking ticket or a DUI, they've been squeaky clean.
They're coming home from work.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing. I would think that I'm like, okay, instead of deporting them, let's fast track. We have a name.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's fast track them to get their citizenship so they have this as a thing they don't worry about anymore.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, there was I think 177 people became citizens. Yeah. Not that long ago. Dude, it took some lady like several people 15 years to acquire their citizenship.
Which is I've been trying to figure out who to talk to about that. Yeah. Do I talk not a lot of people getting back to me, but do I talk to fucking immigration lawyers? Do I talk to somebody in the government? Why does this process take so long? I get that the pipeline has got to be clogged, but I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I heard about that too.
Yeah, it's definitely probably oversaturated with people trying to do it, and probably not a lot of workers. Who knows? But it's a nightmare.
Yeah, and then
but actually, kind of crazy. My father's first generation American, and all of his brothers and sisters were born in Mexico, and they are all citizens now.
Good for them.
Yeah, same with my grandparents.
How long did it take for them to get their citizenship?
I have no idea. My dad was the only one that came across the border that was born in Texas, and then they went back. A little nerd, man. Yeah. He's the last one.
That's funny. But I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
So when this, because the mayoral election is next week.
It is, yeah.
Right.
I already know who's winning.
I mean, yeah. Well, how do you think it turns out? Because I have my theory, but how do you think this actually turns out?
Okay, so I ultimately think it ends with Tim Keller winning.
Same.
Unfortunately. I think it's the thing is, it's not 6 people running, it's 1v5. And this guy has his following that's going to follow him, and they're going to ride for him. They're going to show up for him. He clearly does, right? But then there's the other 5 that can potentially beat him, which they can't because it's just going to get too saturated. The votes are going to get skewed, and there's not going to be enough. They're going to split up all the votes that they would all need. And they're just going to leave him with the dub, in my opinion. I think the only one that could get close to it is Darren White.
Yeah.
I think Darren White's the only one that can get close to it, but I think even then it's going to get split up between him and Sanchez, because Sanchez is like a conservative Democrat in a way.
I think the same amount of people, not same. Okay. So if you were to take all the people that moderately pay attention to the race, watch at least the one debate, all of that, I think after that, or those people, I think 80% of them vote. Mm-hmm. And then out of that 80% of people, however many that are going to go the Republican way, I think after that debate, they ditched Sanchez after Keller and Darren White got him.
They just bodied him.
Well, because it's like when you get exposed for denying ICE the information on illegal immigrants that are violent, you're kind of fucked with the Republican Party. Like, that's not going to work. So they don't go for him. Anybody that's going to go blue is going to go Keller. I think Darren White's too Republican for the city. You know, I just think he's too... And I'm shocked that, like, in none of the debates, nobody brought up his history in the weed industry.
Yeah.
Nobody brought up the whole issues with his property taxes in Florida, how he's trying to evade the system. And it's like, hey, if the system works, or if the system works that way and you're able to do a loophole, I'm not against it personally. But, like, I'm surprised nobody's brought that up. Just on the basis of, like, light deception.
For sure. But it almost seemed like in the roundtable they were a little bit too friendly, talking about Dance Dance Revolution. I was like, they're a little bit too friendly right here. Like, it went from being a little bit aggressive to being a little bit too friendly. So I was like, maybe they have some sort of like off-camera agreement, like, hey, you never know.
Yeah, you would... I mean, I'm not going to say that doesn't happen, but, like, I don't know. Because it's not like any of them are going to get something out of it if another one wins. Yeah, they kind of just all go back to their lives.
Go pay off all that debt they made.
God, for fucking real. Yeah, I always wonder about that. If, like, you have a guy like Darren White, or I know he made a lot of his money in weed, so he's going to be perfectly fine. But, like, Darren White,
Armio has a massive budget. I think she has second behind Keller.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, or Miho. You look at all these guys.
She has massive budget.
I just wonder what happens, like, if they don't win and they just go back to their jobs. Like, it's like who's like a new hire shows up? Like, oh, who's this person? Oh, they just got to run for mayor. They lost.
Johnny's back at Costco. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. It's like I wonder about that. Like, what happens to these people? Or like, what if Keller loses?
Yeah.
Does he go work at Target? Like,
dude, for sure. Who knows what happens to him? I probably would go work at Trader Joe's and just call it.
Right. He goes back to DoorDash.
Yeah, for real. Just take it.
Yeah, thanks for the empanadas, Tim.
Yeah. Can you just tip me, please?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I think it does ultimately end with Tim winning. But I just think it was interesting with the... there's an Albuquerque poll that came out, Albuquerque Journal poll or whatever that came out, where it had like the 37 undecided, and it was like high 20s, early 30s for Tim, and then Darren, and then everybody else. I think it goes to a runoff because there's no way that... I don't even think Tim gets 50%.
No.
Maybe he does.
I don't think so either, but I think he'll win in the runoff. Yeah,
I think the runoff goes down because does the runoff go to 2 or 3 people?
I don't know. I wish it would have been down to just 3 to begin with prior to that.
Yeah.
You would think that'd be a little bit more fair.
I agree. Because, I mean, if you're going to allow fucking 6 people to run, first of all, why not have all 6 on the debate? And then who's saying the debate has to be an hour?
Yeah.
Kick it up to 2.
Yeah.
Nobody watches the news anyway. So, anyway.
Just have some dude clip it.
Right.
Someone clip farm this.
Yeah. And then I think it goes to the runoff, and I think he ends up winning, but I don't know. I'd like to ask him, too, you know, because I'm glad that you brought this up in your interview. I want to give you credit for this.
Thank you.
How it came up where the mayor doesn't actually make policy and doesn't actually create laws. They create like city ordinances, but for anything as lawmaking goes, they have their plan and they go lobby for it in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
So I think it's good you brought that up, but I want to ask him, like, how frustrating is it? Because I know you asked him this too, but like, what's the process in actually getting something passed? But like, how frustrating is it? Like, what tools do you actually have at your disposal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing about politics, man, is it's just like such a like, I got you. Everyone wants to get the up. You know what I mean? And same thing that's going on with the government shutdown. These Democrats are doing blah, 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 and Trump's not doing this and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just petty. And you could tell that they don't care about us. It's just whatever deal is going to work best for them and whatever political agenda they have, right?
Yeah.
You know, and if crime is great and crime gets solved in Albuquerque, then there's no need to fund all this tech and there's no need to pay an abundance of police officers if they solve it.
Well, I'm all for... Personally, like I mean, and I get that there's not a great, because what Keller has going against him is the results in the city.
Yeah.
So it's tough to argue, and I think he articulated it the best in your interview as opposed to like the debates or like the forums or the stuff they've been doing outside. But I get it. like horrible crime in Albuquerque right now, lack of police officers. And I think you said it best in your interviews, like, well, in the meantime, while we're getting police officers, we're using civilians and we're using the technology. I totally get that. I don't love the idea of a hyper surveilled society. Like I just see
it's a little scary.
I just see where it goes. But on the other hand, license plate readers, well, that's the thing too, the shot spotters don't work.
Most of the time, they're just picking up shell casings and sometimes finding a dead body.
Well, actually, most of the time they don't.
Yeah.
That's so what happened was I was doing my live podcast during the debate, and I said on air, I was like, hey, I don't have time to fact check all this shit. I'm just going to react and move on. And Keller, it's funny, Keller said on the debate, the shot spotters are 99% accurate. On your interview, he said they're 95% accurate.
Oh, man.
So
I didn't even catch that.
So then what happens, though, is during my podcast, I was like, hey, I don't have time to fact check all this, but nothing in government works 99% of the time. I promise you nothing does. Well, my buddy is watching it. Let me see if I can find the screenshot. My buddy is watching it, watching my podcast, and he fact checks it, and he screenshots it to me. And I want to find the actual... Okay, here we go. So he finds this in, this is from govtech.com. So a journal analysis, so the ABQ journal analysis found in 2022, officers were dispatched to more than 12,000 shot spotter alerts, collecting 13,000 bullet casings and detaining 75 suspects. But in 9,000 or 75% of the times police were dispatched, officers found no evidence of a shooting.
Yikes.
So 75% of the time, it does nothing. So the tech that he's working with doesn't even work most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand wanting to use technology, but it's not. Well, your biggest claim to fame isn't working. And credit to Darren White.
It's a lot of money, too.
It's a lot of money, and he brings up how most of the people don't pay the tickets. Personally, I don't think you should be able to get a speeding ticket from a camera.
Yeah.
It should be officer just based off
legally to do a ticket, right? You have to sign for it. An officer has to, write you the ticket, right? That's your admission of guilt, not necessarily like sign off the ticket, right?
Right. Right, because the camera's doing it what happened is getting rid of due process. It's just, we caught you doing it. You have to trust the government. Well, how do we know the cameras are accurate? How do we know they're not? You know what I mean? You can go down all these rabbit holes that, legally speaking, should hold up in court.
There's already been a disproportional amount of Mexicans already figured it out. You know what I mean? They just take that license plate right off. You see them, we see them, we all do.
Yeah, or there's the people that they get the prints off of the internet where you just cover one of the digits or one of the numbers.
Now they can't read it.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man. I understand the argument for wanting to use technology, but it's not working. Most people don't pay their tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
I think they said like 90% of people don't pay them or something like that.
Right, exactly. It's like, why the fuck would you? Well, first of all, who checks their mail?
Right.
Like, I check my mail once a month.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if that. I'm just horrible about it.
Millennials don't check their mail.
Yeah, I just don't check it. And then it was like, but they're probably bills. And I throw them away and I just pay them online.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, I don't know, man. It's disconcerting to see, because I look at a politician, I think most people should anyway, by the results that they've been the results that they've been delivering.
Yeah.
And in the age of social media, like, maybe this is just me and my personality, but I would be doing things the exact opposite of Keller. Even if I was trying to do the right thing and I had like receipts on like everything that we're doing and things are still going down, and it's like, I know it's not me to blame, it's the governor, it's the whatever. Dude, I would be doing live broadcasts on like Instagram and YouTube. There is no excuse to get directly to your audience on the news. I would be in front of everyone like, look, this is what we're trying to do. This is what's going on. This is what's working against us. This is what, like, complete and total transparency.
Do you want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
I feel like if I start campaigning right now, I could pull up and try to get a dub in the next election cycle.
For sure.
I bet you I could.
I bet you could too.
Yeah.
I bet you could. And honestly, dude, not for nothing, we need somebody, like, Keller's young, but like, we need someone that knows the real like experiences of the people.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, it just seems like a lot of these people just live in their own delusion, right? I'm like, do these people actually see what we're living in right now?
What do you think that is? Because Keller really thinks that what he's doing is working. Now, because you take it one of two ways, in my opinion. You take it in the one way where he's just lying out of his ass, or you take him at his word and you believe him. Let's do the second option and say that he actually believes that he's doing the right thing and what he's doing is working. In your opinion, where does that come from?
Probably having yes men on your team. I mean, you're doing a good job, man. Yes, that's the right job. Good job. You know what I mean? You have a lot of yes men on your side. People telling what you want to hear. I don't know. It really is. You could see through anything through the lenses that you put your glasses on. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people gaslighting him that what he's doing is actually productive. You know what I mean?
I think you're mostly right. Like I honestly think that's like 80 to 90% of it.
Yeah. But I mean, he rolls with an entourage, man. When we did our interview, he had like 3 or 4 police officers with him that were undercover. I don't blame him.
He
had someone driving. He had a campaign manager. He had a media dude taking pictures of him. Like, he rolls deep. You know what I mean? If you have that entourage, you better believe you're the rock star. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I was going to say too, I think that like 20 to 10% of the rest of it is a mixture of inflated ego, ignorance, and a fucking sprinkle of stupidity.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Because, I don't know. Because I'd be lying if I said like, oh, what if I like ran for mayor? Like, what if I tried to do something in politics? But then I also like think about it for longer than a couple minutes. I'm like, oh, fuck, that'd be a pain in the ass and it'd be hell and blah, blah, blah. And there is now hundreds of hours of me on the internet that could just destroy me if it's clipped wrong.
They only cancel you if you let them.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, if you get canceled, you get bigger these days.
Yeah, for sure.
But provided you didn't actually do anything like actually horrible.
Yeah.
But that inflated ego has to be something. Like, what was your? I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
What was your impression of him before and then after? Because how much time did you spend with him in total?
Probably about 15 minutes.
Jesus. So what was your impression before and after of him?
I kind of what I got. I kind of knew he was going to be that way. He's the same way online than he is in person.
But you only saw him for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
So just out of the car,
shook hands.
How's it going? Good to see you. Recorded the interview. All right, great to see you. And then,
dude, he started filming his own video after we were done. He was filming a video in Old Town. So after we were done, his campaign people started miking him up, or his media dude was miking him up. And
did he talk to you at all after the interview?
No, I kind of got out of there because I was like, I'll just let them do their thing, because he was already like, he had his own plan and what he needed to do. So it was kind of over and out. I was a little bit scared to get out with my tripod, dude. I was like, oh no. I was like, nobody kill me. I was like, the only thing is there's good, because dude, when I interviewed Ubaez and when I interviewed Keller had his crew with him, and I felt okay because I actually knew one of the guards on his detail. But when I was doing Ubaez, there was some sort of APD operation going on. I don't know if it was a meeting. I don't know what was going on. It was probably about 15 officers on the opposite side of where we are. So Old Town, there's that little center park, right? And the gazebo's right there. And me and Ubaez met, I think it was on one side. And then on the other side, there was a ton of cops, dude. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm going to get out with my tripod. They're going to think I got something and I'm going to get lit up. And I was like, oh my God. I literally closed my eyes like, please don't let me get killed over this. This is stupid.
This is for a camera.
No, literally.
Now this is for my gun.
No, for sure. I got out and I put that thing up right away. And I was like, all right. And then some officers and I was like, oh, that dude knows who I am. Thank God. So, yeah.
I know I'm brown, but this is for a camera.
Real. For real. I was like, oh, God. It's kind of weird that's a not a fear, but it was like a thought that went through my head 2 different times.
I mean, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing when you're in the army, dude, and you're on a mission, you're like, please, nobody shoot me by accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
If we're cleaning a room, nobody shoot me in the back of the head. You know? You know what I mean? That's exactly the same thing that was in my brain. I was like, please, no one. Just no.
Dude, the only time we ever did like a room clearing thing is like maybe the last like year, 2 years or so that I was in the guard.
Yeah.
And our commander had to get it like cleared and blah, 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 blah. And we did like dry fire and like blanks all day long.
Yeah.
With supervision, like heavy supervision.
Yeah.
We did one live fire exercise.
Someone's hit.
And I'm glad they did it this way. Thankfully, there was no issues,
Yeah.
no injuries. But the way they did it is they had all the NCO or senior NCOs that actually had like combat experience, had been in combat.
Mm-hmm.
They were behind a soldier clearing the room, and they literally like had their hand on their kit.
Yeah, they're steering
directing them on where to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Because I was the same. I was like, I see these other people in my fuck. Because during the live fire, I think I pulled my trigger once.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I'm not even gonna like even let them assume that I like pointed in the wrong direction, let alone fired in the wrong direction.
You get horse collar.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was gonna get fucking, just absolutely mollywopped.
Yeah,
but I saw the other people that were next to me. I was like,
this is hands on range.
I was like, don't fucking keep that pointed away from me, bro.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. I've actually seen a couple people get hit in live fire.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
What happened?
Dude, so I was in a Delta company and I was on a 50, right? And we were working with a line unit, and
so explain to people what a Delta company is traditionally.
so mechanized unit, machine guns, trucks, stuff like that, Max Pros, Humvees. And we were working with a line company, and we were holding fire on top of this ridge, and the ground infantry troops were kind of storming in like that. And someone just went into someone's lane of fire and got hit with the 240 Bravo, dude.
Oh!
Lit up in the legs.
Ooh, and for everyone listening, that is a machine gun that fires a 7.62 round about yay
It's a 308.
big. Or 30, yeah.
It's a 308, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, about yay big.
Dude, this guy got hit 2 times. And somehow, some doc out there put 2 tourniquets on both of his legs, saved that boy's life.
Fuck yeah. Good. I was going to say, where did he get hit in the leg?
Yeah, just below or above both of the knees.
Oh, no. Did it hit the artery?
No, he was good. Dude, honestly, this kid was walking. He was walking after that. I remember he was a private when I was like a specialist, and he was freaking getting out of the Army when I was ETSing.
Oh, hey, listen, that injury is not service-connected, son.
Yeah, definitely not, man. That happened outside of the military.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, dude got nailed.
Thank God for Doc, huh?
Dude, for
a
sure.
knowledgeable one, too.
For sure.
Because that's one of the things I was thinking about, too. Is like, man, like, we're not, like, we did live fires, but nothing ever went wrong with, like, live fires on ranges. Like, people are actually pretty solid about that.
Mm-hmm. I got a range story for you if you want.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Go ahead.
Dude, this actually got my PL fired. Like this dude, I don't know what was going on with my Delta company. So we were at a gunnery, right? And gunnery is where you qualify with your machine gun. And so we had.
Oh, so you're just on a firing range. Not even like a lane, just a range.
It was a lane. It was an active lane where you drive down it.
Oh,
and you have to engage like other pop-up targets, different distances.
Oh, because you're a mechanized unit, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so we were driving and it was down a lane, and there was a scenario where someone goes down, right? And there's 2 trucks and someone goes behind it, and there's the casualty right here, and the trucks provide security, right, for the casualty while they do whatever, and then they move forward. Well, somehow this guy's turret got turned around, and he engaged the freaking tower where the commander and the first sergeant were. And
so I have to ask, because you're mechanized. Is it a manned gun, or is it like the...
It's a crow
system.
It's a crow system. But what saved that tower's life is the gunner didn't lace it. So it didn't have the elevation, right? Oh. So if you lace the target, you don't have to account for the droppage of the bullet. So he didn't lace it. So those rounds didn't account for the drop, so they went right over that tower. And they are tracers. You know what I mean? You let over... You just see those tracers go over.
And it's a night range.
It's a night range, yeah. And you just hear, cease fire, cease fire, cease fire. And they're like, where did that come from? And like the PL starts trying to coach. This is allegedly. The PL tries to coach everyone what to do, what to say. Would you do this? Would you do that? Would you do this? Like he's like, just say this. And you know what I mean? He's telling everybody what to say. And I was in the vehicle. I was riding in one of the passengers behind the passenger. And
were you in the truck that fired?
Yes, because I was going next. And I was like, I want to see where the targets are. So I'm going to look at his screen and just see where the targets are. So when I go, I can know what's going on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And the PL starts coaching everybody on what to say. And dude, MPs roll up. They pull everybody out. And they're like, what happened? And then the PL starts, you know what I mean? And they separate everybody. And I was like, oh my God, this is not good. And I was like, dude, in my mind, I'm like, if you lie, you're getting Article 15.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, if you lie, if you say what this idiot is telling you to say, you're going to get an Article 15. And I was like, no, that's not what happened. And I ratted and I just spilled the beans. And the PL got fired. Everyone in the truck got Article 15s but me. And the PL literally got kicked out of service.
So what happened? Like, what led to... Because for people that don't understand, like, what he's described with the system they're using, it's basically, not to dumb it down, but it's a very official... when you're using a Crow system, not automated, but it is a directed turret. It's a 240, right? Mm-hmm. You can use a saw. But
we had a 50 on ours.
Did the 50 fire?
The 50s on fire. So we didn't have any 240s hooked up into us. We had a 50s.
There's a 50 caliber machine gun, the big ones in Call of Duty. Okay, the big ones on the trucks in Warzone. So it's on top of the armored truck, and you have this like controller system where
it's like a stick.
Yeah.
A stick.
And what you were talking about with the elevations, that you lace it, and I forget what lace stands for.
Yeah.
But
laser acquisition, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so it basically like assigns it to where you don't have, like you're saying, you have to count for the bullet drop, you have to count for whatever. You just point and click. Mm-hmm. It's a great system when it's used properly. And did someone automate it?
He thought I don't know. He just got off course. He lost direction where he was. He wasn't paying attention to where the barrel was.
So like, the PL was automating the turret.
The PL is what told him to fire.
Oh.
Because if you have eyes on target, he goes, oh, enemies in the front, 200 meters, and then the gun, like they'll whisper back to each other and they'll say like fire.
So did the guy with the joystick not have a screen in front of him?
He had the screen, but I don't know how the hell he ended up with it behind him. To be honest with you, the issue came with the PL coaching everybody on what happened.
Right, obviously, we're right.
Yeah.
But my question is just how does the actual guy manning the gun?
Dude, no clue. I don't know how he lost. I don't know how he got away from him.
Because you see it clear as day.
It's a 360 turn. It was at night, infrared.
But you still see like what you're aiming at.
For sure. I really don't know what this guy was looking at. I don't know if he was sleep deprived. We were at the lane at like 2 a.m. Not an excuse. But
no, it's not.
But no. I don't know how this guy did this, to be honest with you.
Because we've had guys
and he was like a I don't think he was a corporal, but he was like a specialist. And I was a private at the time.
Jesus. Because I mean we've had drivers that have been like, hey, and they never got in trouble for it. They got shit for it. They never got in trouble. But they're just like, hey, I'm sleep deprived. I can't drive. Like, I will get somebody injured. So there are people that, and it's scary too, because again, you have that whole system, the not just the rank structure, but just like, I don't want to be a pussy system in the infantry, you know, be a bitch. Sure. But sleep deprivation is a real thing, and it gets people killed, it gets people injured, and Army, specifically in the Army and the Marines, there are a lot of training incidents that happen that just don't get reported on, and it happens a lot more than people think.
Yeah, most people die in training rather than in combat, which is crazy.
Training and suicide.
Yeah.
And so, oh my God, so I'm glad that PL got kicked out of the service, because fuck that.
Yeah, dude. It was like he like deteriorated after that, bro. Like it looked like, you know, when someone like gets sick and they just look like they're about to pass away. Yeah. Dude, that's what was like happening to him when he was getting kicked out. Cause like they obviously just don't like, all right, you're fired, sir. Like they use and abuse you.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. They use and abuse you until you get out. And this guy was like, got kicked to like S6 and was doing some sort of administration work. And dude, he got the scarlet letter, and it just looked like he got sick. And I was like, golly.
Do you know if he got a dishonorable or if he's got a less than honorable?
Dude, honestly, one day I seen him, and the one day I didn't. Yeah.
The earth just opened up.
Dude, swallowed him.
I
don't even remember his name.
He could have blown his fucking commander's head off.
Oh, dude, that whole tower was loaded with people. You know what I mean? There was not only was the first sergeant commander in there, but most of the freaking higher enlisted,
like the battalion command.
No, it was like NCOs, like staff sergeants, stuff like that, for like master sergeants. You know what I mean? Like like platoon sergeants
for sure.
There.
For sure.
Maybe other PLs. Because that was like the watchtower, and you go up there and everyone's eating regular food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
a no phones range, but everyone up there is watching TV on their phone.
They're watching TV. They're eating takeout. They had pizza delivered.
Someone's wife is bringing hot chow up there.
They're chilling.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Oh, everyone else is freezing their balls off.
Yeah,
doing their lane.
That was one of the most hardcore moments. I was like, oh my God.
This is not a game.
Dude, for sure, dude. It was like the Lord was like, Johnny, you better not lie. You better not lie. And I was like, bro, Because it was scary. The MPs swarming there. You know what I mean? What happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that everyone else didn't have that same mindset, like, because my whole thing goes for everything at the military, and I'm not saying that the UCMJ is perfect, because it certainly isn't.
Yeah.
Certainly isn't. But in cases like that, if you didn't do it, well, you didn't do it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
make sure that everyone and literally their mother knows that you didn't do it.
Yeah, for sure. I even asked one. I told one of the MPs because my roommate was the driver, and dude, he literally has been in America. Prior to that, was basic training, was Fort Benning, because he was Vietnamese. He was like doing the thing where you get your citizenship,
Right.
And he learned a little bit of English. He was pretty good. He was okay.
Poor guy.
Yeah, dude. But like he was just going along with what PL was saying. You know what I mean? And I told
That's all he's been told?
Yeah, I told the MPs, I was like, do not take what Chow is saying seriously, because he is coached. He's literally coached. They all are. I was like, he told me to say this, and I was like, he's literally Coach Chow, and Chow is going to say this, this, and this. And I was like, did he say that? And they said, yeah. I was like, please, just be lenient with him. And he got the least.
Good for you.
He got freaking cleaning the company and cleaning battalion. Like he was like, it was extra duty.
Just bitch work. Yeah.
Yeah, he got extra duty, but he didn't like the other people, dude. They dropped rank, they lost pay, they're on extra duty for like months and months and months. My boy Chow was
Good for no, dude. You did the right thing.
yeah, dude. I was like, there's no way I could let my boy drown like that because that's messed up.
Good for you, dude. That's maybe that was the voice of God, man.
Yeah, dude.
You a religious guy?
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. Well,
What
I
about
saw
yourself?
Yeah. I saw the wallet that you got on
Yeah,
your on your Instagram page. Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Do you like those Ridge wallets?
This
Or
actually
Ridge-
isn't a Ridge
or
wallet.
like Ridge style.
I prefer it. Yeah, I like a card holder.
Can I see it real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've still been a traditional wallet kind of dude, and
Take my work ID out of there.
oh shit,
Yeah, dude, it's cool.
What company is this?
I think it's like 6'7" leather. So it's actually
God, don't let anybody under 19 let you hear you say that. Fucking 6'7".
Oh, dude. It's like 1776.
Yeah, 1776. Yeah,
76. There you go.
This is cool.
Yeah, dude. So he does a bunch of leather work, and he was like, dude, I want to give you something. I like your stuff. And I was like, he was like, look at my page, anything you want. I picked the one thing that's not leather. And I was like, to be honest, this is sick, and I will use this.
Yes, I've got a little Batman wallet that I like, but I've been wanting to pick up somebody. Send me his info. I'll get something from him.
I will. Because, like,
Give him a shout out again. How do you find that guy?
6'7" on Instagram. Or 7'6". 7'6" on Instagram. Yeah, bro. But, no, because I was like, I want to use something that I will actually use. Because if it's a leather wallet, I don't think I'll use it, unfortunately.
Let's see, 7'6".
Leather. It's like a little. It looks like an old infantryman on there as the profile picture.
7'6".
It's like spelled out 76.
Oh, 76. Okay. Let's talk about. Let's see if my what's it called? My 51st in education from New Mexico.
If not, I'll just send it to you later.
Yeah, send it to me later so I can like.
Yeah, he's cool people. He's cool people.
Yeah, because that's like a really well made fucking. He makes that all himself, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, here we go. 76 leather. Got it. Okay. Hey, yeah, I dig it. I'll hit that guy up for sure. And he's based here. Where's he based out of?
He's here.
In New Mexico? Mm-hmm. I'll hit him up for sure.
I actually met him in person. And he gave me the wallet today.
Nice. Yeah, I love supporting local shit like that. That's cool.
Dude, absolutely.
So, back to like Albuquerque shit.
Yeah.
When you are picking out news stories,
Yeah.
do you have like an area of how do I word this? Like, do you go searching for news stories, or like just when they pop, like, oh, let's see people talking about this, let's see what this is?
I look.
Okay. Do you find yourself like divvying out more to like, oh, like the crime and drugs? Do you look more into the homeless issues, like more of the civic issues? What's your hierarchy, I guess, on like what really does? Because you said earlier that like, and I completely agree with it. Like that's what I do. Is like you just talk about things that you care about. I mean, I only want to talk to people that I think would be interesting. Yeah, so I kind of do that.
Definitely.
Same thing. So what's your hierarchy of like issues or topics?
I mean, obviously, I just kind of look. It's kind of hard because like. I just see like the stuff that like I said, like I'm interested in. I think like definitely there's a lot of stuff that gets like undershined, right? Whether that's like lawsuits, restaurants opening, just like there's like a lot of random stuff out there. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool. But I don't know if I have a hierarchy. I think a majority of my stuff is unfortunately violent crime, drugs. unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just the way it goes, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. You know who I think would be really cool to speak to? I've been thinking about this. I don't even try to get in contact. They're on my short list. I would love to speak to the owners of the Frontier.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, because they've been open for...
Larry and Dorothy.
Yeah, dude, they've been open for decades. They're a New Mexico staple. I'm probably going to go there
Dude,
after
my
this.
dad retired from the Frontier.
No shit?
Yeah, dude. He started working there when he was in high school until just last year in May.
Okay, the fact that you can retire from the Frontier is incredible.
I got one even different for you. So my dad spent like 45 some years there. And every year he was there for 20 years, they bought him a Rolex. So my dad got 2 Rolexes from them.
No shit.
I swear.
That's fucking cool.
And I don't know how much my dad makes, bro, but he's able to hold down a wife and 2 kids and like his brother.
Yeah.
So he's holding down 5 people on Frontier income. So I guess they do all right, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's like that's the same model as oh my god, it just escaped me. Costco.
Yeah.
Where like you get in with Costco early, and they scale your pay like crazy.
Yeah,
They give
for
you
sure.
fucking stock and benefits and all this kind of stuff.
They really do. And most of their like high management has been there for years. Like all of my aunties and uncles work there. My auntie right there right now is probably one of the highest managers.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Most of the food on the restaurant, like most of the food on the menu actually, some of those are from hers.
Wait, at Frontier?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to your family now.
Shout
that
out
I think
Auntie
about it.
Gabby. Yeah.
No shit.
Dude, my dad looks like El Chapo. Yeah. I'm not even playing with you when I say that, man. He does.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to your family, dude. That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
Because like that's been. I mean, I'm sure with everybody else that's lived in New Mexico.
I'm gonna show you a picture of my dad so you can see what I'm looking like for a visual. Because you're gonna need to see this.
Because that's. I mean, if you grew up in Albuquerque, that's a staple of your childhood.
It is, dude. It is. It was hardcore. Like when I was a kid and I couldn't sleep, my dad would be like, "You want to go make some cinnamon rolls?" And we'd go like 1 a.m, go make cinnamon rolls in the middle of the night.
Dude, have you seen? And I don't mean to say this as a disparaging thing, but have you seen like the nutritional breakdown of those cinnamon rolls?
They're not macro friendly.
Bro, 1,300 calories
Yeah.
per cinnamon roll.
Don't let RFK know.
Oh, right. He'll come out of the
Don't
darkness.
let him know.
You need to stop eating the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
It has the sugar that's going to give you autism. It's the same sugar they put in the Tylenol.
Dude, that's probably what's wrong with me. I ate too many cinnamon rolls. Dude, look at my dad, bro.
Dude, that is the only guy I want making my cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, dude.
He is about it.
This
He's a handsome
this
fella.
guy's on the grill, man. He's making all the food on the grill.
He's on a fucking Tapatio bottle,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, 100%. 100%. He is not linked to the cartel.
That's hilarious. Hey, you know what? Even if he was, I ain't saying shit. Because he making them rolls, son.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, I always think about like, because New Mexico has such a rich history.
Very rich.
And and you know, now that we're getting more past, what are like the staples of Albuquerque that's still around? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just like to talk to people that really started all that shit, because everyone focuses
Some hardcore trendsetters, bro.
Yeah, because everyone focuses so much on like the violent crime and the homelessness, and I'm a part of that, and I think it's more than worth talking about, and it's worth highlighting. But like, there is so much good here too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's just those are the things I think about at like 2 a.m.
I think everyone kind of gets
bed.
along through food a lot
Yeah.
too. Everyone really connects through food.
Yeah. No, I mean, I totally fucking agree.
Culture.
Yeah, for fucking real. What do you do? Because you spend so much of your time looking into what's going on in Albuquerque, and a lot of it's negative. What are you doing to like decompress the brain from all this stuff? Because
Dude,
I mean,
I run a lot. I probably
Yeah.
run like 40 miles a week right now.
Jesus Christ, how your shins doing, dude?
Dude, good. I got a shoe rotation. I got a massage yesterday from my girl Crystal. She was the bomb at Elite OSM. So, yeah.
What's your training regimen to get you to that point?
Dude, just honestly, just trying to stay injury free, logging miles, and just going about it safely. Honestly, like building weekly mileage safely, and like having some super long runs, and then the next day be like a walk or a 3-mile run that's like super easy, and then kind of just going from there to kind of rinse and repeat.
Do you like going on trails? Do you like going like just I don't give away like where you go, but like
Paved trails mostly.
Okay.
Paved trails mostly, yeah.
Good for you, man. How do you break down if you're doing how many miles a week again?
So today I do like about 40 miles a week most of the time. And like,
How do you so let's say like this week, how do you break up 40 miles?
yeah. So let's see. So Monday will be like, I don't know. Like, so I count my miles like as a walk as well. So like Monday I'll take my dog for like a 2-mile walk. And then Tuesday I'll do like an 8-mile run. And then Wednesday, like a 3-mile. Then Thursday, probably like another 6 to 8. Next day, 2-mile walk. And then the weekend, it's like 13. Next day, 4. So it's just like, you know what I mean?
Good for you, man.
Just lock in.
How long have you been doing all that for?
A year.
Good for you, dude. That's consistency.
Dude, yeah, it's fun.
Did you, because I mean, I fell into this too when I got out of the military, and obviously I was a lot more relaxed version.
Run again.
But it's not only, it's like, well, because my whole thing was like, especially out of basic training, getting in the military, it's like, I want to stay fit. I want to stay whatever. Was that a conscious thing in your brain when you got out of the military? It's like, I want to keep my body in the best shape possible. I want to stay as fit as possible.
Well, actually, prior to the military, I worked at a gym. I was a trainer. I was a boxing coach.
Shit.
Yeah, as well as I just did like traditional strength training, stuff like that. So when I got out of the military, I went right back into working at the gym again.
Good for you.
Yeah, dude. So I worked at
What
the gym. It was called Able Strength Fitness.
Okay.
It's up in Rio Rancho, and I was a personal trainer there. And yeah, dude, just coach boxing, did lessons, stuff like that, and it just felt really natural because like in the military, I came from like I wasn't like an NCO, but I was like in a leadership position like most of the time I was there. You know what I mean? Because I was able to, you know what I mean, talk to troops in a reasonable manner, and people kind of would listen to what I would say. So naturally, I just went back into teaching, training, and stuff like that, and it was super cool. And you know, it made it really easy to transition out because it's like, oh, let me teach a class. You know what I mean? Same deal. So it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool, and I just naturally have always went there.
I was gonna say too, because like, I mean, because how long did you box before you went to the military?
Dude, I was boxing since I was a young kid.
Good for you.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. Like, I went to the police athletic league. I boxed at San Jose. Like, yeah, but I did a lot of years of boxing. Trained at UFC gym, and then worked there, and then went to the military, and then UFC gym changed names because it got too expensive.
It was a lot of people. Yeah, training is very expensive. A lot of people when they get into the military, it's a tough adjustment for them to go to a hyper regimented lifestyle, very structured, very you have to be here and then here, wearing this thing, having this gear, and blah 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 blah. Everything, including your sleep, is regimented and usually
decided for you.
Yeah. So, but I'd imagine for you going from, you know, a lifestyle that is required if you want to be successful at it. Transitioning into the military wasn't tough, and then transitioning out and then going back to that structured. Like, do you feel like you're the kind of person that thrives off of structure, thrives off of that regimen?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely a creature of habit. You know what I mean? Yeah. My schedule's pretty dialed in right now. Like, I wake up at like 05.
The fact you still call it 05.
Yeah, dude. Start stretching. You know what I mean? And then I hit the pavement after that, and I'll go for usually my long run, finish up at the Defined Fitness, and then from there I start researching, doing my videos, and then go to my 9 to 5.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
Good for you, man. I mean, I'll be honest. I just got a promotion, and I work from home now.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll have so much more time to do things, and I feel myself getting lazy at home. And I'm like, nope. Can't do this.
Yeah, got to lock in.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to like really regiment out my stuff again.
Got to lock in. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, good for what do you, now you have to give away where you were. What do you do for work with your 9 to 5?
Yeah. I put paper in boxes.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say or else I'll get in trouble. Woo. I've already been warned.
Boy's got a government job.
Yeah. I put paper in boxes. But actually, I kind of do, I do a little bit of different. I don't exactly put in boxes anymore. I bid to a route where I pick it up only. So like I go to law firms, I go to businesses that sell a lot of packages, stuff like that. Cool. I just pick it up. It's a sick gig. So actually I go 12 to 7 and it's legit.
That's not a bad schedule.
No, dude. Monday through Friday.
Oh, perfect. There
Obsessed.
You go.
Yeah. So I could literally knock out all my videos, all my workout routine in the morning, you know, get out by 7 and still have a social life.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, at this point, as long as you have a job that you're happy with and you are able to pay your bills and then you're able to do everything you enjoy outside of that, I mean, what more can you ask for?
No, 100%. And like, I'm a firm believer that what I'm doing right now is going to give me the keys to the future that I want.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you, like, what's your plan with social media? Like, where do you, I mean, we all have a plan, right? But
yeah,
like,
for sure.
What's your hope for, like, where do you hope all this goes?
I don't know. I've already been reached out to for a few positions. by other people, mostly radio.
No shit.
But yeah. But it's kind of tough, man.
Okay. I'll remind me after we shoot, because I have a couple questions about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it on camera, but
Yeah, no worries.
I don't want you to go in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to go on radio.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like I'm like the thing that's for me is I'm building my own brand in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have built your own brand because you're what, like 23,000 on Instagram. What do you want TikTok now?
Like almost 70K.
Yeah, so you've built your own brand. Like
Yeah.
I think you are considered a solid mid to high mid-level creator, dude.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just building my brand and I'm focused on my mission, you know what I mean? And I really don't know what the next step is for me. I really don't. Whether that's being on TV somewhere, being on a podcast. Like, I would love to, like, get picked up by, like, Patrick Bet-David. That'd be sick. Who knows? You know what I mean? I doubt it, but, like, something like that would be really cool.
His brand is interesting.
Yeah.
I used to listen to their stuff a lot.
Yeah.
But I just could not stand at him.
Yeah, but, like, a team like that would be sick.
Yeah.
Would be sick.
Yeah, but he has a great group of guys around him.
Yeah.
And do I agree with everything they have to say? No, but I don't agree with everything that anybody has to say.
Yeah, for sure. Even like a barstool, like that type of scenario.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would, but like the thing is like I have the range of motion to do whatever I want.
Go work with, what do they call him? Rabbi Portnoy?
Yeah, for sure. And then my like, there's a voice in my head. It's like, re-enlist.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, I can't let you do that. I will say that on camera. Don't do it.
No, for sure.
Go die for Israel? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know about that. It's funny, dude. I got an email because they'll email text, and the poor guy, he's very nice. He was a very nice recruiter. He called me. I felt like a shitbag, dude, because he called me. It was a couple weeks ago. And I saw the number. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, hello? Hey, this is Sergeant First Class. I'm like, oh, fuck. And they're like, hey,
you're not going to get me again.
Right. They're like, hey, I just want to talk about re-enlistment, see if we can get back in. And I was like, hey, honestly, I can't talk right now. I'm at work, and I'm in my living room at work. He's like, yeah, I kind of figured you were at work. That's why I wanted to call during lunchtime. I figured you'd be free. And I was like, nah, super busy right
sorry,
now.
man.
And I was like, hey, look, I know you're just doing your job, and you're being very respectful. But I have no interest in getting back in, man. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to say, okay, no problem. Have a good day. I'm like, all right. And I got an email. This is like maybe 2 months ago. And it was like, hey, or maybe a month and a half. It was like, hey, here's all the benefits and whatever. You only have 73 days left in your IRR commitment. And I was like, that's the most beautiful thing I've heard all day. Literally. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no offense, but I don't want to stand at parade rest anymore while speaking to another grown man.
Dude. Yeah. I'm going to say that is yeah. Just some of the stuff that you have to put up with. It's like, and I get it. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
And I get the methodology of it. But I mean, my God, it goes to so many people's heads. And I just fucking can't.
You want to know something sick?
Yeah.
So midway through my career, we get a battalion chaplain, Chaplain Pierce. Dude's an absolute legend. So he was a 11 Alpha, then became a chaplain. And this dude has every tab you can think of. He has Ranger tab. He has Pathfinder. He's like a seer. This guy was in the regiment. This dude was a dog, was in the invasion of Iraq.
So he turned to God for the benefit of the enemy.
This dude is a dog. And he tells the battalion commander, he goes, hey, I don't want a chaplain assistant. These dudes suck. He's like, they all suck and they're sissies. And he's like, I want an infantryman. And the battalion chaplain, or the battalion commander was like, all right, go ahead, go pick one. And I get a Gallardo. I was like, what's that? Go see Chappie. And I was like, go over to his office. And he's like, you belong to me until I ETS. And I was like, when do you ETS? Same date I do. I was like, oh, dude, let's go. And I reported to him for the remainder of my career.
How many was that?
It was a year and a half left.
Year and a half left. Good for you.
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
So what was that like being a chaplain's assistant?
Big boy rules. I was like, sir, where do I go for PT? We don't do PT. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're in shape. Just keep doing what you're doing. I was like, so I could go to the gym? He's like, go to the gym. I don't care. Pass a PT test. So usually our day wouldn't start at formation. Our day would start at the office at like 09. Yeah.
Boy was in the Air Force, in the Army.
Dude, literally. Literally. And our uniform was OCPs with a battalion hat. It was like cross rifles with tutu. And on the back it said chaplain assistant. It's wicked. And dude, the amount of like power that came with that was insane. Because like there was times, dude, where Chappie would tell me to go to S6, go do something for him. And some NCO in there would yell at me, call me stupid. I'm like, sir, sergeant over there just told me blah, blah, blah. He goes, he told you that? I said, yes, sir. And he goes, hey, we go over there and he goes, did you tell Gallardo? Oh, I just said my own last name. He's like, did you tell Johnny that? And the guy was like, yeah. He goes, would you tell me that? He goes, no, sir. He goes, well, he's an extension of me.
Ooh.
So don't talk to him like that. Dude was a dog. He was for the boys. And we're still friends.
Beautiful.
We're still friends. We hung out not that long ago.
Good shit. Because where is he from originally?
Nebraska. And he's stationed in Yuma, Arizona right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he PCS. Sorry, I need an ADTS. He PCS.
Good for him.
Dude, he's a dog.
So on the flip side of that too, with the actual like chaplain a part of that equation, like do you feel, because were you already religious going into that position?
I was, yeah.
So did you feel like that helped strengthen your relationship with Christ and your relationship with God being in that position?
For sure, yeah. It definitely showed you how to be like a selfless servant in a different way, right? But it's also cool because you got to like, one, you have the right to believe any religion you want, right? And the nice part is having to learn about what other people look like, the other accommodations, whether you're Muslim or Jewish, stuff like that was actually really cool to learn about. But it did make me feel like a deeper connection. But like I felt like I was there for a reason. Excuse me. And like, I actually met him, dude, when I was like going through it. I was like, I was just going through, you know how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
And my platoon sergeant was like, go see Chappie. And I met him, dude, and I bawled my eyes out in his office. And yeah, man. And
Good for you.
Then he hit me up because I never spoke to him after that. And then
Because I was going to say, I
that's
feel
how
like
we met.
If you just tell somebody like an army chaplain, they just immediately go to like, oh, it's a Christian pastor or a Christian whatever.
Yeah.
And not as a stereotype, as a common, like you would assume, right, association. And you mentioned it that you had to learn about different, because the chaplain helps, and it's obviously dependent on each post. And
Yeah, he was like a Protestant chaplain though.
and like wherever you're at, but they also they have a hand in like helping with like Jewish services and helping with like Muslim services or like Indian services and stuff like that. How did you go about at least becoming relatively knowledgeable about the different religions? Like
Just fire and adjust.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Just try to learn and
Were you reading the actual, or do you go like read the actual books? Did you just
provide literature.
Okay.
Provide literature. But like there's also people like during Ramadan, you'd have to like provide different accommodations for them. Like if you're in the field, a lot of dudes would be Muslim somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's clarify what he's saying. Okay, this is going to be a shock to the listeners, I'm sure, but not everybody in the military is as trustworthy or as authentic as you'd think. Like, go to a basic training and figure out how many people suddenly become Jewish.
Yeah, everyone wants bagels on Sunday.
Uh-huh. Dude, literally.
Only people that were in the military would actually know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so because I would go to the one of the funniest, I mean, maybe funny is not the right word, but it was funny. One of the funniest moments in basic training was like, because we weren't able to go to services for like the first like 3 weeks or so. And you're just getting your dick kicked in, whatever. So the fourth week, third week, fourth week, whatever, that we go to a chapel service. We go there, and I go to the regular Christian Protestant service, and we're standing in the pews. And they're doing like the worship. And I'm looking around. There's grown men. These trainees
crying.
Everyone's
crying.
And I'm like,
dude, the Holy Spirit thumps at Fort Benning. I don't care what anybody says. That's the hardest worship service I've ever been to, man. Some pastor don't even know how to sing is tearing it up there, man. Thought you're at Coldplay. That dude is hitting hard on that thing, man.
I'm looking around, I'm like, yeah, this is like, and I feel like something coming out of me too. I'm like, why do I feel so? Oh, this is the first time in a month that we've been told we're not a piece of shit.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, it's like being touch deprived, I'm sure, and we all were.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
It's like, oh, that's what that is. But then, yeah, we go back to the barracks, and a bunch of people like got off the bus from like the Jewish service. I'm like, I didn't know you were Jews. Like, no, we're not. We just
got bagels.
Yeah, we heard they got bagels and they had strawberry cream cheese this week. I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
So let me explain what I meant by everyone's randomly Muslim. So during Ramadan, you can't eat from sun up to sundown, right? So if you're Muslim, you don't have to participate in certain exercises because you could get hurt. You could, like, if you're not drinking water or not eating food, you become a risk of injury, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's a heat casualty, a cold casualty, or you could just straight up die from being malnourished and you're working
Exhaustion.
hard. Yeah. So a lot of dudes will claim to be Muslim to get out of field exercises. But it was just cool learning about different religions and how to cater to them and stuff like that, you know?
Did you ever have the random guys claim that they were Nordic?
Oh, dude,
That
there's
they
so
were
many
Vikings to fucking get their beard?
I didn't see that, but I saw there was some people out there that claimed Nordic. And I was like, oh.
Because I don't agree with everything that Hegseth is doing or where his priorities are. But one thing, I watched his speech that he gave recently to all the generals and shit.
No beard.
The no beard thing's like, yeah, we're not going to have a bunch of fake Vikings running around.
Like,
I'm like, okay, I'm glad that, like, you're, okay, cool, clamp down on standards. But I think there's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, rather than people's religion being a Viking.
Like, what about the black mold?
Oh, dude, yeah.
In the barracks.
Yeah.
What about people going missing in Fort Hood?
Yeah.
What about the serial sexual assaults that happen? Let's put it that way. Like, let's figure out those before we start clamping down on the white boys with the great beards.
Yeah, for sure. There was a pretty wicked homicide during the Fort Yuma mission. So a lot of the companies from my unit got sent down to the border during COVID.
Okay.
To go help with the border crisis. And this is just alleged, but there was some MPs that allegedly got into a fight, and one of them shot the other one in the head, but then said it was a suicide.
Ooh.
But got off on it.
Ooh.
Like, dude, there's some funky stuff that happens.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
there's some crazy stuff.
What did you see? Did you see that thing today where, like, the car crash happened off of, like, Carlisle and whatever the fuck? Mm-hmm. And so the car crash happens, like a 2 or 3 car incident, and then the person calls 911 and goes, "Hey, auto accident just happened. I was involved."
Oh yes.
Other guy that's in the vehicle that hit me
just killed himself.
Just shot himself.
Dude,
and they ran with it. Now, I haven't seen any developments about it. I'm sure maybe something will come off.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, what person gets into an auto accident and then shoots themselves?
Someone irrational.
Okay, right, like, maybe.
Yeah.
But how many auto accidents or auto-involved things happen in Albuquerque that end up in a shooting?
Yeah.
That happens every now and again.
Yeah.
So is this guy... Did he just fucking shoot this guy and then say he committed suicide?
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him. He hit me and then suddenly he's passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
But then it's also like, I could also see somebody just crashing out, and no pun intended, but just crashing out and be like, yo, this is my last fucking straw. And then...
Yeah, for sure.
It's just absolutely fucking insane. And I just saw that story going viral, so...
I did see that. I think one of the other ones that was pretty insane about that homicide that I was telling you about a second ago, is the guy was right-handed but shot with his left.
Funny how that happens sometimes,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. I always want to use my offhand.
It's called The Stranger.
Yeah, dude. It's weird, right?
Well, I mean, that's one of... you heard about the Mississippi lynching that happened, right? Mm-hmm. A couple of weeks ago. Or I guess it was like right after the Charlie Kirk thing, actually, so maybe about a month or so ago. And just talking about misinformation, most people were saying that 2 black people were hung in Mississippi. It's like, no, well, there was 1 black person and 1 white guy that was homeless. And then, well, the real fishy thing about that, and I tried following up and finding it again on Twitter, but a bunch of posts about it that I found got deleted, like, because I saved them, like, in my bookmarks, and they were deleted. Mm-hmm. I guess the cousin of the black guy that was found hanging, like, they took a video. The body of the video was fucking disturbing. Like, it was just fucking nasty. But... They were like, yeah, and they told the local news, they're like, hey, he had bruising on his, I think it was either his right arm and left leg, or left arm and right leg, but it was catty corner from himself. And like, yeah, it has bruising, da da da. And that official police report was like, nope, no bruising, no foul play found. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, just weird shit happens.
Well, even like that one that just popped up recently, that was last year. You know what I mean? That one was crazy.
Well, because what I read was because a lot of people ran with it and said that it happened recently when it didn't. It did happen last year, and the APD did a very poor job on next of kin because they told nobody.
That's why it blew up, is because the sister just found out.
Right, in Kansas.
Yeah.
And then I read that it was like a chain link or like a chain that he got from a construction site.
Yeah.
And then like a carabiner is what he put it together to hang himself. Is that correct?
Dude, that part, I don't know. I know it was with the chain, but I don't know the exact specifics of it. But there was some weird stuff. There was some funky stuff. I actually made a video on what I saw. I was the first person to make a video about it in New Mexico, and it went crazy. And what I based my information off of was information from Kansas City, because nobody was talking about it. But I had put out that it was ruled a suicide, but the family said it was sketchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I read something too about how they got his phone at the time.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
How the police did?
Yeah. How they got his phone, and there were a bunch of text messages like in the weeks leading up where he was like begging people for money, and in a couple of them he was alluding to like he had owed people money that were bad news or that were whatever he like the phrasing was like I owe bad people some money or something like that. So that's, I mean, all signs look like a suicide, which is, I mean, it's fortunate somebody died either way.
Yeah.
But like, say, I don't know if this is your read on it, but you know, just being born and raised in Albuquerque, say what you want about this place, but race crime really isn't a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you'll have gang violence and you'll have just the offhand drive-by shootings, which I'm not trying to downplay those, but very rarely is New Mexico a place where you're going to find race-motivated violence.
Yeah, it's very slim.
I don't know.
No, I agree with that.
So as you grow your platform, and I don't know if this is something that you think about, and I wouldn't blame you if you don't, to be honest, but as you grow your platform, as you're talking about all of these issues that happen in Albuquerque, do you feel as the platform grows that there's an element of responsibility that you have to be as correct as humanly possible, to not play fast and loose with it, just you know, be as accurate as possible? That's
definitely a learning curve thing that I've slowly tried to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like when I first started, I wanted to be fast and be first, and then it would lead to me getting stuff wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And something I paid for is like, you know what I mean? I still don't get stuff right all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff changes, or sources are different. Two different news networks will say two different things sometimes. You're like, oh my gosh, how do I decipher this? I'll just try to do my best to read between the lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's something that I do really try to do my best on, is telling the best story I can, or just like, I don't know. Yeah, but definitely.
I'm sure you get a bunch of fucking people, if you do get something wrong, or if you don't even get something wrong, just say something that people don't like. You get people in your comments or your DMs like, you fucking motherfucker.
Dude, yeah, for sure. I get a lot of death threats.
No way. For real?
Yeah.
Over the stuff that you post.
Yeah.
I'm not downplaying what you post. I think you post great stuff, but like, as far as
the thing
if
about
there's a scale of enraging people, you post pretty benign stuff.
But the thing about it is, if I make a video on somebody and it's their family members, they see it. It's local.
Yeah.
So they take it extremely personal. I'm like, this guy allegedly did this to this person. You mother effer, you don't know what he's going through. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, gets escalated up there.
What do you do when you get those?
Just don't read it, or just like, meh.
Yeah. Do you ever reply to anything like that?
No, not really, because
good for you.
There's no sense in it. You know what I mean? What does that do for me?
I take a screenshot of that shit, send it to the police.
No, for sure. Most of the time, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but there was one where dude grabbed my number, called me.
Yeah. Albuquerque's a tiny place, dog.
Dude, for sure. He had probably texted me like 10 times in a row and then called me.
What was it about?
There was that shooting that was at Sadie's.
There's a shooting at Sadie's?
Yeah, so it started at Texas Roadhouse and then ended at Sadie's. So I
how long ago was this?
Not that long ago. So the whole fight started over a chain. There was like a dispute between a guy and a worker at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, yes. I did hear about this.
You are correct. They ran across the road and then shot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really allowed to talk about it because it's still a closed case or still ongoing investigation.
Why can't you talk about it?
Because the dude that was like, you better not say nothing. So
Well, I mean, I just pulled up a fucking KRQE 13 thing.
yeah,
So,
for sure. But like, there's some stuff behind the scenes that is just alleged
right.
that led into it, and the dude was like pretty pissed off at me that I didn't get the full details on why his son crashed out.
Oh, okay. So
You know
you
what
were
I'm
saying
saying?
like allegedly this is what happened, but obviously they don't give a fuck that you said allegedly. They're just saying, hey, you're spreading rumors.
No, it's like you don't know what happened, why he did
Right.
confront him, because the news said that he confronted him, or a guy asked for the employee, and then they got into a fight, and then a chain got snagged.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just straight from this article, this is off of KRQE.
Yeah.
KRQE. Going down a little bit. So McKeough stole a silver chain and fled. Witnesses said that Senna, who's the other guy involved, grabbed a gun from his vehicle and pursued McKeough. Confrontation came to a head in a parking lot of a nearby Sadie's, where Senna said that he shot McKeough. McKeough was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Senna said he had never seen McKeough before. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Sorry if I am. McKeough? Mm-hmm. But witnesses said that the victim asked for Senna by name when he arrived. Well, okay. Witnesses said that the victim asked for Senna. Okay. Yeah, asked for Senna by name when he arrived. Senna went before a judge on Thursday, charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. McKeough has been charged with robbery and larceny.
So there's like a backstory on why he went there.
Well, there always is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what the dude is pissed off at me about, because I didn't know the alleged backstory.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Well, I mean, I get it. Emotionally involved, emotionally charged.
But
There's a guy talking about it.
But I told the dude, and he calmed down after this. I was like, dude, listen, I didn't name drop your son. I didn't show your son's picture.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And I said alleged.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're right. You're just the first person.
Oh, so you talked to him?
Yeah.
Like on the phone?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You call him or he call you?
He called me and I answered.
Do you got balls, dude? Good for you.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't mean to cut you off. What did he say when you said that?
He was like, no, you're right. He's like, I am mad. And you're the first person I wanted to attack because you made a personal story.
You know what, man? Good for him for having a moment of clarity, and good for you for grabbing your fucking nuts and having that conversation.
Yeah, dude. But the thing about it is, like, if this Albuquerque is such a small place that this dude will probably see me in public one day. Yeah. And if I don't squash it on the phone, I'll probably see him and I'll have to deal with it when I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't have the footprint that you have, and I get recognized every now and again. It's rare, but every now and again I'll get recognized for either stand-up or for the podcast. Yeah. So it's very real, dude. You put enough of yourself out there. You're posting, you said, what, 2 to 3 times a day?
Yeah.
So if you put enough of yourself out there, dude, people are going to recognize you one way or another.
It's to the point where when I go to Sam's Club, they don't ask me for my ID anymore. Yeah, dude, there's going in, Johnny.
Fucking exclusive
member. Dude. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's opened up some cool opportunities. But one thing that
you get in without getting ID.
No, for sure. But like the one thing that has been kind of freaky to me, dude, I was kind of geeking out for a little bit because like I was getting like it's like for a week, dude, I was getting like nonstop threats, and Jesus. Then after I did the mayor stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I was getting calls from senators, from congressmen, people running for governor.
Fucking
can we hire you? And I'm like, oh my God, these people, like.
That's what you want, dude. Good job.
Yeah, but it's like, oh my God, it's so scary to me because, like, they think that they own you because they give you some cash.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, that's definitely something to be cumbersome of. And also just because, I mean, I think, again, you do a good job with your content.
Thank you.
So apply that amount of investigation and honestly just curiosity. If you do decide to go work for a politician, personally, I think you should. Again, I enjoy politics. I think it'd be an interesting experience. I would take it up if I had the opportunity. But if you decide to do that, apply that same amount of curiosity and due diligence to these people. See if their views align with yours. Because, they might offer you a solid chunk of change, but if they have some things that they're trying to push that you don't agree with, regardless of what it is, I mean, I don't know, man. That's between you and God.
Let me ask you this. Where do you think I lie politically?
I think you're middle-leaning right.
Yeah.
If I had to, just based off your content, based off the couple hours we've been sitting down, I'd say middle-leaning right.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like, I am not as conservative as
I think you're a fucking alt-right crazy person that's trying to bring down Albuquerque.
No, for sure. I mean, to be honest, I just feel like people should be able to do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting nobody else. You know what I mean? If you want to marry the same sex as you, whatever. Do
Yeah.
your thing, don't care. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's where I start from, and I don't purport myself. I don't try to come off as like I know what's right, but just one thing I am very confident that everybody should be, whatever your political leaning, whatever your views are, I think everybody should start from a baseline of personal liberty.
Yeah, for sure.
Just personal liberties. You're protecting that no matter what law, what policy, whatever law a body of government is trying to put on a group, to put on a people, citizens, whatever. If you're trying to figure out if it's a good law or not, again, just breaking it down bare bones, so you start from a place of personal liberty, and then once you start there, work your way forward. It's like, okay, whether it's, gay marriage, whether it's abortion, gun laws, okay. So what laws are already on the books? Are those constitutional? Are those correct? Okay. Then when you move to personal liberties, it's like, okay, whose personal liberties take the most precedent in this moment, and how do we protect that? Now, does personal liberties change over time? Do they change based on distance between two parties? Do they whatever? But as long as you're protecting personal liberties, I think you're going to find the right place 95% of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, all of this requires a lot of debate and requires a lot of exchange of cohesive thought. Let's put it that way. But I think if you just start there, you'll mostly find yourself in the right place. And if you're above 18 and of the right mind, I think you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. Again, as long as not hurting other people, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. But I mean, have you given thought to like going and working with?
The thing that I fear is that that's going to kill my brand, because my brand is non-biased news.
Right.
And if I pick a side, obviously that's going to kill off probably 50% of who follows me.
You know,
Maybe not, but
I would say it's a valid concern. It's a very valid concern. But I would say too, I think the way you combat that is okay, so how do I put this? Okay. I think the way to best mitigate that is the bigger reach. Now, obviously, this will help you financially, but the bigger reach you have, the greater chance you have of still articulating the point that you are unbiased, regardless of who you go to work for. Now, obviously, if you go work for some fucking alt-right or hyper-left or whatever, and they're like, hey, what is this guy fucking doing?
Yeah, for
or
sure.
if you're purporting certain worldviews, and then you go work for somebody that's diametrically opposed to that, then it's like, okay. But provided you're not making giant swings like that in the name of money or whatever, because these, obviously, politicians are not going to give you a bigger reach. They're just not going to, unless you go work for the president. Like that's the only thing.
His media team's crazy.
Yeah, right. I know.
See, they're over there dropping him in Master Chief, giving the salute.
That and these fucking DHS and ICE videos. I'm like, why are we making hype edits?
Yeah, dude.
Off of, look, again, regardless of how you feel about the issue, we're making hype edits
It's
off
just
of
rage bait.
other people's demise.
It's rage bait.
What are we doing? It's insane.
Yeah, dude.
But these politicians are not going to give you a bigger reach. They're not going to build your brand. They're not going. It's purely padding the resume and helping out financially, and just giving you experience. So, I think the bigger reach you have, the more people that you can connect to, and as long as you stay authentic, it's like, hey, yeah, I am going to go work for this person. This is the capacity. This is how my brain works. Like, this is the capacity. This is you're still going to get the same type of media from me. You're still going to get the same kind of videos. Mm-hmm. This is who's going to be signing my paychecks right now. And this is why, if you're going to go support this person, hey, this is why I endorse them. I believe in A, B, and C. They also believe in A, B, and C. We disagree here. This is where blah, blah, blah. But as long as because one thing you do have going for you is that you're very authentic. It's you. You're the guy reporting on things that you think are important.
Yeah,
Stay in that path.
I feel like this sounds kind of weird, but the way I move is like, I feel like God has everything already planned out for me. As long as I don't do nothing stupid and stay who I am and stay true to like morals, that it's all going to be okay. And like the thing is I don't care about money. You know what I mean? Stuff like that doesn't really matter to me. And like the way I move is just like, I don't know.
No, I think that's the best. I mean, you're humble.
I love what I do more than I love cash.
Yeah. And that's good that you have, because if you go from it with a mindset of I'm just going to do this for money, then yeah, you're going to get sold out to the highest bidder. And unfortunately, the highest bidder probably doesn't have the best moral compass anyway.
Yeah.
But I think you're going about it the right way. I mean, your mindset's correct. And if you do decide to go down this path, I mean, fucking do it if you want to do it.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
I think it's cool, dude.
Maybe I want to run for politics one day. Who knows?
Have you given any thought to that, passing or serious?
I think about being mayor all the time.
Yeah?
Not all the time, but I was like, dude, I could probably do it.
It's one of those like, hey, this fucking guy can do it. I'm sure I can do
Right.
it.
It's like the Roman Empire, huh? Johnny, how many times do you think about being mayor? Oh, every day. Every day. No. I do think about it, though. You know what I mean? And, yeah.
I mean, if you think you could help the community, man, because I think that is one of the positive things of a mayorship is that it typically doesn't really go anywhere. Like the step to governor isn't usually taken through mayor. You know, you usually have to go through some sort of council. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
And then eventually get governor or whatever. Like, well, I say that, but the mayor of Rio Rancho, who I still need to contact, I have his phone number. I still have to reach out to him.
So what's his name? Something Hall?
Oh, yeah, Greg Hull. Yeah. He's running for governor.
Yeah.
But then also he's running from a great standpoint because has a great city under him. He's done a great job with Rio Rancho. Rio Rancho is running for... I went to do a show in Rio Rancho last week, and I was just talking shit. But I was like, I want to talk to your mayor and figure out how the fuck they got the homeless problem fixed.
Yeah,
for it's real. Like, you cross that border...
Just give him a bus ticket here.
Yeah, it's like...
You want an Uber to Albuquerque? I got
they are doing that.
Yeah.
That is a real thing. But it's like, that can't be all of them.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
There's no homeless people? Do you have a dungeon system?
No,
like,
for real. They go to jail? Like, where do they go?
Yeah, like, where the fuck are they? So, he's running for governor. I think he has a solid shot. But typically, the mayor doesn't go anywhere north of being mayor. So, it's typically a job that people get to help their community.
And then work at Costco.
Hey, you know what, man? Apparently, they have great benefits.
They pay well. I wonder if I wonder if they'll let me take like some sort of hiatus.
Yeah. I'll bleep that.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll let me take a hiatus.
Isn't that crazy shit about like they're estimating to get rid of 60,000 or something like that jobs?
Dude, I know Amazon, how they work, how they move is they prey off of people just pumping down, high turnover, right? Because what they do is they hire people. Allegedly, they hire people.
Dude. Again, not to give away where I work, but I work for a certain security company that has a contract with Amazon.
Yeah. So they encourage people to come in, right? They work the crap out of you, and then you burn out and quit, and they just keep it going because the longer you're at a job, the more comfortable you get, and the less hard you work. And if they could ride that wave of working people hard just for a little bit, they do it.
Well, I remember who was it? I think it was John Oliver. He had a really good piece that he did.
Country singer?
No. He's a comedian that does he's a comedic actor, but he does an HBO like news show. It's called Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. He has some pretty good pieces. He's very left wing, very whatever, but he's pretty entertaining. He had a piece on Amazon a couple of years ago where they were talking about how horrible the work conditions are and like what it's like there and why it was at the height of a lot of the Amazon strikes.
So they're peeing in bottles.
Exactly. And it's like, there's only like 1 or 2 bathrooms per warehouse for the workers. They only have a 15-minute bathroom break. The line has like 100 people in it.
Yeah.
It's a 5-minute walk to get there. And
yeah, dude. Their break rooms are all pristine because no one uses them.
Mm-hmm. Well, dude, I remember I went to, it was the company I work for. They have the contract with Amazon, and I would go down to Amazon. I used to be the recruiter, so I like train the new managers on the security side, like how to recruit for their own site, and blah 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 blah. And yeah, dude, they have these like great break rooms with like food and pool table and foosball and fucking blah 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 blah. And I walk around like, man, yeah, this looks untouched. I wonder fucking why.
The only day you use it is on orientation on your break.
Right, exactly. And even then, and then like a lot of those people, you go and there's a specific place where they go and take their 15-minute or 30-minute break, and it's a fucking graveyard.
Yeah, dude.
It is just fucking sad. And I mean, we need those jobs. And look, we can talk all the shit we want about Amazon, but like
they grind.
They need personally these fucking ease up on the output and just have some better working conditions, because those are a lot of jobs that are clearly about to go away. Like, you saw those leaked files, right? Or the leaked emails.
What's that?
Where they were all talking about how it was from the higher ups at Amazon. I'm sure Bezos was attached to it, but I don't think it was him sending the emails. But these emails got leaked. This is where the reports of, like, it was like one report was 60,000, but another report I saw was all the way up to like 300,000. And that's where those numbers came out of. And in the actual emails from the higher ups, they were talking about how they want to put a emphasis on automated work over human workers. Like, it specifically said we need to get rid of our human workers and make it all automated.
Naturally.
And it's like, I get it. I mean,
efficiency.
All they care about is efficiency and their bottom dollar. But, like, these are it's not a couple of people going out of a job. These are like, I mean, what? You go down to, like, cities like Roswell, Artesia, Clovis. These are cities worth of people that are losing their jobs.
It's horrendous.
Rural cities worth of people that are losing their job, all because they want to make more money.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not good.
I don't know. It's just fucking crazy, dude.
Greed is like brain rot.
Yeah. I mean, money rots the soul, dude. I mean, you see a lot of these people at the very top, like fucking Peter Thiel. Why the fuck is Peter Thiel running around giving PowerPoint presentations on the Antichrist?
Yeah.
What the fuck what do you know that we don't?
Right. That's funny.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the, I know South Park did a great episode about it, but it's like, what is this guy? And he's selling out presentations on the Antichrist? What? Shouldn't you be running like an AI company or something?
No kidding, no.
Or is that the fucking Antichrist? Is AI? I think it is, personally.
Could be.
I think AI ascends high enough to where, I mean, it's Terminator. It's Skynet. Like, we have movies about this where AI just takes over and it's the demise. It decides, like, oh yeah, humans are actually getting in the way of our development.
Yeah.
Button.
For sure. And they'll make you fall in love with them.
Dude, you see how they're adding the fucking sex bot to ChatGPT?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're adding a 18 and above sex chat or sex whatever to ChatGPT, and it's going to be on the free version.
Gross.
What the fuck?
That's a little weird, huh?
Well, because I forget what...
Incels unite.
Well, but they'll all be in their mom's basements. They'll all be in their bedrooms on their phone with the AI, talking to their AI girlfriend.
Yeah, for real. Tell me something good about myself.
Yeah, man. It's fucking... It's scary. And then because Grok is the AI for X, but there's another AI that got attached to X that's specifically for sex chat.
It's weird.
It's like, I don't know, dude. Like,
we're blurring the lines here.
Yeah, it's becoming a Black Mirror reality.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
That. But anyway, man, listen, this has been a lot of fun.
Dude, we've been going. How long were we going for?
Probably about 2.5, if I had to
Yeah,
guess.
dude,
about
2.5.
2.5 hours? Damn. Well, I appreciate
that went by fast.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Go by fast for you?
I felt all of it.
Right.
I felt all of it, I promise. But no, seriously, I'm very appreciative of your time. I know you're a busy guy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So thank you for coming and
You're
doing
the first
this.
podcast I accepted.
No shit.
I swear.
Dude, thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you. Well, I hope you had a good time. I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yeah,
seriously.
dude, absolutely.
You're a fun guy to talk to, and genuinely, I love your content.
Thank you so
think because there is a void for the short form. Hey, here's what's going on in Albuquerque. Here's what you need to know. Here's how to follow up. What do you guys think? Like the bam, bam, bam. I think you're really good at that. And I think you're providing a service to a lot of people and an entertainment to a lot of people because you're well articulated and you're authentic. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep that authenticity when you go work for them motherfucking politicians.
Shoot.
But seriously, congratulations.
Thank you, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Lord God's planned for me, and I'll stay true to who I am.
Yeah, you have a great mindset about it. I think your heart's in the right direction. I feel like a lot of people that are new that are listening to this already know where to find you, but for anyone who doesn't know where to find you, how can they find you? How can they support you?
News Guy Johnny on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.